Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Rush Racing League, the last race of the week. Yes, it is Division 3, Round 5 at Belgium Spa. It's going to be a great night, and I'm really looking forward to this one. We've had a lot of racing, a lot of action, a lot of mishaps, and also mixed weather conditions. So what can Spa bring tonight? That's going to be the question. Joining me in the comms box, not normally on a day like this, but he is the main man in Division 5, and he is the main man at the moment on track, very, very closely followed by Thunderballs himself. It's the Edgemeister.
How you doing today, SJ?
Good, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, good. Excited for a banging week here in Div 3. I'm excited to be back.
Yes, it's going to be a good one. I'm very, very sorry, Division 3, that I have not managed to do the story event tonight. I've just remembered that I haven't done it, and it does annoy me because I like to keep consistency. But what a night we've got tonight, Edge. It is going to be a good one. It's a very interesting battle at the moment at the top of the championship. Obviously, dominations there from Plugger in the Mercedes, I see.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Plug is expected to sort of, run away with it, as we're seeing in Div 4 with Mercedes, with Pep. So I wouldn't be surprised if Plugger takes this one away.
Well, you are feeling very confident, which is very, very good to see. But let's see who we've got on the grid tonight, because we do have some newbies, we do have some newcomers, and we also have some reserves racing up tonight. So here we go. This is our lineup for tonight. We've got Plugger and Angus in the Mercedes. We've got Hennessy in the Ferrari. Terence making his first ever debut in Rush Racing League. Has made a debut in the reserve program. Is making a reserve debut for the Alpine tonight in Belgium. We then got Boltsaru. Now, everyone's probably looking and thinking, why is he in a kick? Well, big announcement. We probably might get him in, actually, to have a little bit of a chat with us for a special interview if he does want to jump in. Or just, I'll probably get Edge just to flick him a quick message if he wants to jump into the comments box. But Boltsaru, Edge, is now full-time for Kick Sauber.
Yeah, massive development coming out of the Kick Sauber and Alpine camp. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that this has happened. Obviously, performance clauses do take effect as of the end of the race tonight, but we've already got moves happening.
Yes, I think it was a mutual agreement between obviously the TP and the driver, which is fair enough. We've seen that before. It can happen. Obviously, it has to be checked over by the directors, and they've obviously given the go ahead. And Boltaru is now full time in Kicksauber until maybe 2025, I guess. But we'll have to wait and see. We've also got Satsi making appearance in a different car this week in the RB Visa Cash App. We then got Squash Josh in the Red Bull, Daniel C in the Williams, Shifty Flight in the McLaren, Zoo in the Aston, Legham, his full-time appearance in the Haas tonight, so we wish him all the best. Jukes as a latecomer, just at the last minute, getting in there as Alpine as well. We've then got Arx in the Aston, who does have a quali ban, is that correct?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he does.
There we go. So we've got a quality down there for Arch. We've got Dido in the Williams, Saints in the Haas, RK Gaming in the Red Bull, with Matif in the Kicksauber. F1 Jezza, a brand new driver, returning driver as well, has done a little bit of racing in the reserve program. He is racing in the RB Visa Cash App. Unfortunately, no Paddy Pat due to illness and Sebi due to broken wheel or controller. So really unfortunate there. And the surprise of surprise is Mr. Peanut Man. Panic in the McLaren, reserving for Marzi. So that's an interesting one there. And another one, my fellow teammate in another league of wannabe, is Cooper the Boss, which is definitely a person to watch out for tonight, Edge.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we haven't seen him before, but jumping into the Ferrari, it's going to be a bit of pressure with Hennessy there.
Yes, we've seen a lot of commotion in the Ferrari, haven't we? We've seen a lot of changes. Obviously, Darkin gone and Oblivion gone as well. And we saw a very, very good performance from Chow last week, who was like, Oblivion who? Darkin who? But unfortunately, the worst comes to worst, and as EA does, it shuts you down and you cannot take control of your car. And we lost Kachow after a very, very impressive race in Bahrain.
Absolutely. I didn't manage to catch the end of that trip in Bahrain, but from the sounds of it, it seems like it was a very decent result for him until, obviously, everything went to shit.
Good way to put it. We do have one of the guys in for a quick chat, which we are going to have a quick chat to. I'll let you take it away. It's Bolt Saru.
Bolt Saru.
Over to you.
Bolt, you there, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Just obviously this week we all know that performance clauses take effect as of the end of the race tonight. But you are the first move to be done mid or in the season, man. Do you want to run us through sort of why kick?
To be honest, just the first person that texted me after I decided to leave Alpine. And I knew Whiff was a actual good driver in my div and competitive, so yeah, I just knew it was a good fit for me.
Fair enough. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, how's the team dynamic been so far in comparison to your old team?
Well, haven't gotten too far into it, to be honest. Haven't really done much with the team, but hopefully tonight me and Whiff can get P1 too.
That's bold, but I do like the enthusiasm, man. I'll pass you over to SJ in case you've got any other questions.
Yeah, I won't say too much because obviously I'll let you crack on and do your quali. But you've obviously made the new move with Kick. How's it feeling? Did you end up watching the F175 with the new Sauber livery this morning?
Yeah, I did. I didn't watch like an actual live, but I did watch the recaps. But yeah, it's a pretty good looking car. I can't lie.
Good man. How are you feeling tonight's race? A fully debut in the Kick tonight at Belgium.
Confident. I don't know what times these guys are doing. Oh yeah, pretty confident. Not looking at these times that I've seen, but yeah, pretty confident.
All right, well, we'll let you get onto it. We don't normally take an interview. We will be taking on interviews in Q1, but wish you all the best and good luck in your new team and good luck in the race, my friend.
Yeah, thank you.
That is a very big move for Kickstarter. There's been a lot of headlines surrounding the team itself, and now making that move, hopefully those headlines will disappear, and Kickstarter and obviously with Matif, the TP will be able to take more control and deliver for the rest of the season, because it's been an interesting season for them. Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's always interesting making a move so quickly into the season because it takes you probably about 5 rounds to get used to the team. So, for those who are being dropped out of the teams due to performance clauses, they're not really getting used to that dynamic that they would have built with that team. So, I think it's a bit of an early move. It'll be interesting to see if it works out. I don't think this will be the race to tell.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, and I'm going to let you take it away for the first driver of the night. Are you on board with Matif on his flying lap? So over to you, Edge.
Yeah, so they're coming up towards the Eau Rouge Radion section. Took turn 1 a little bit deep. Actually braking a bit earlier there. Going through almost flat, keeping it at 7th. Getting an absolute tow from the Alpine there, coming onto the Camel Straight. Getting another tow from Boltaru, his teammate. Let's see if Boltaru actually, he does dive out of the way, braking at about the 50-meter board, swinging it into turn 5 and turn 6. Getting up into, not even going up, or slightly going up here, going into turn 7. Then coming around the long down right-hander towards No Name and Puon. Coming down the hill, he should pick up a lot of speed from here, going to 4th, 5th, 6th. 7th. It'll be interesting to see what he does here at Puon. Keeps it in 7th, keeps his foot down very well. They're not going outside the white lines, using all the curbs he can. Keeps it in 7th, slams it down into 4th to get the next chicane done. Puts it up in 5th. Then goes down into 4th, coming towards the final long straight, going purple in sector 2. We did see a lot of this in Div 5 of people going purple in sector 2, burning pretty much all the overtake until he's got 30% left, leaving enough just for the last straight. Coming into Blanchimont now, and he'll see the bus stop coming up, and he'll see the pit buildings and the pit entry as well, breaking into 3rd, holding it around the corner. He's got no ERS left. Will take the exit perfectly, going through 42.4.
Great time there with 42.4, followed very, very closely with Legam with 42.6 as well. Some of these times are coming in, ladies and gentlemen. If you are tuning in tonight with us, Boltaru is on a lap, and we'll jump on board with the other kick as well, actually. Why not? Going into the first corner, coming down the main straight, going up to Eau Rouge into Radion. How much speed has he got? Squash Josh has left the session. Not the best start for him. Hopefully we can get him back in and he can take control of his car. Yes, Lamb. Kick 1-2. We will get everyone, as many as we can. Coming down the main part of the DRS. A little bit low on that DRS. Does he ride the curb there? Yes, he does. Not on the exit, though. Coming through there nicely does it. Hasn't set the time yet, so we'll have to wait and see what he comes up with. A little bit of traffic in front of him, which does look like his teammates. So we could see a little bit of a double toe here, which is going to be very interesting to see. A little bit of traffic in front of that kick, coming through to No Name, then into Puon, full acceleration all the way. Oh, he gets on the curb. You do not want to get on the curbs here. Very, very deadly, especially through Puon and No Name. Do not want to get amongst them. He's going to get on them again. He may have lost a couple of attempts. We'll have to wait and see as the car does move out the way there. Good job there by the Ferrari. Going around the last couple of corners. Now going on to Sector 3. This is where you do need to save up as much ERS as possible. And look at this. What is in front? It's his teammate. Look at the toe he's going to get. This is going to help him. He's lost that 2.5 tenths, but is he going to gain that back from the toe? Going into the bus stop chicane. This is very early on, ladies and gentlemen. Down to the 100, drops into the bus stop chicane very nicely onto the curb. Get a good exit, get a really good exit coming up to the main finish, crossing the line, and he goes on 143, 136. Good time there by the man of Boltaru. Could have lost a little bit of time, so he could have probably pushed up a little bit higher if he didn't hit that curb edge. As Edge has gone quiet, so hopefully he does.
No, we're good.
He is.
Sorry, I was muted. No, if you didn't hit the curb there, I think he would have gained an extra maybe 2 or 3 tenths and possibly jumped up maybe into third or even second at this point.
Yeah, 100%. It was very unfortunate there for Boltaroo. We're going to jump on board with Hennessy. Hennessy's invalidated. They've done a 1:43.319. So only 6 cars in the 42s at the moment. 2 of those are Red Bulls and 2 of those are Williams. So doing a very, very good job. Very different compared to last night with the Red Bulls going out of Q2. Both of the Red Bulls up at the top in Q1 in Division 3 edge.
Yeah, and I think they were there last night as well. They were pretty high up in Q1. It's just Q2 was a little bit different, I reckon.
Yeah, this track does change up very quickly going into obviously Q1, Q2, Q3. Probably looking at these guys to be doing at least a late 41s in Q3. We'll have to wait and see if they've got the pace. Weather does not look too good out there, Edge. It does look like we could be in for some rain. What's your thoughts? What's the weatherman saying to you at the moment in Belgium?
He's saying it's Belgium, and we can never predict it because we've had races. I think Div 5 was meant to be, it was a dry quali, and then there was a little bit of rain, and then we got full wets in Q2. So I don't trust the weatherman here at all, and I don't think any other driver does either.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Guys, if you've got any comments for us, if you know any hidden information, then feel free to let us know in the comments. Remember, use your channel points, get amongst it, get amongst your drivers. Feel free if you want to press that blue button, get subscribing. If you want to ask us any questions, use those channel points for Q&As. Or if you've got enough points, feel free to use the big one for the track selection of 100,000 points. We will be dropping that down to 95,000. Actually, I will do that now while Edge takes us away with Zoo, who is on an outlet.
Yep.
Let you with.
I do want to point out Daniel T has retired.
Ooh, bit early. A bit early, do you think?
I think he's done a U.
He's done a me. What do you mean done a me?
Well, I reckon he's retired too early. He's going to get knocked down in qualifying, which we've seen you do a couple of times this season.
I heard this. I've heard this before. I have heard this. Right.
He did it in Bahrain, but he could get away with it. Arx is now retired. That is, he has a quality ban, so that's fine. Panic and Sotsi have not set a lap yet. I think it's very interesting because I really want to see what. Plug is down in. Never mind. As I said, Plug is down in 17th. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, there's 2 Williams Wogjet. One is retired. One is in 5th in Daniel T, and Tito's in 2nd.
Yep,
so there are 2.
Ooh, Whiff.
Daniel's just retired.
Yep, Whiff's retired as well. He's happy with that 1 minute 49 to go.
Leghem is now retired.
Leghem is retired up at the top. This is a very, very good performance.
Tito's now retired. So Whiff is 100% safe now. Whiff cannot get knocked out.
Pretty happy. At the moment, we've got Panic. Obviously, Satsi, Jezza, and Jux could be all going out. Jux is on an outlet. Jezza is in the pits. 1:39 to go. We'll have to see how he goes. Squash Josh has joined, hopefully back. That's good. Good to see there. We've got an outlap from Satsi. We've then also got Panic as well. So I'm just going to get ready for interviews going into Q2. But just to let you know, there has been an update on the channel points. Track selection has now dropped down to 95,000 points. So you do not need 100,000 anymore. You only need 95. So feel free, if you do want to get amongst it and you have got 95,000 points, then get amongst it, and you may be able to choose some of the tracks for next season's calendar. Remember, Jeddah has already gone. That is round 1 for season 9, voted by your favourite Dynasty Sparrow in the Merc.
What do I have to do to get it dropped down to 80 for me to be able to redeem it?
You have to wait for people to keep voting. Every time it votes, it drops. Because that's what we want to do. We want to give everyone the opportunity to, to vote.
I'm a flyby's card, or I have to pay on channel points or something. No, Len, you cannot.
No, that doesn't work, unfortunately. But nice try.
You have to be here for every single stream to pick some of the podium, or pick some of the calendar.
Nice try.
Now, SJ, I don't want to talk to you while we're waiting for laps to come in. Can you vote for a track to be omitted from the calendar?
Ooh, removed.
Yeah, so it's not available for selection.
That hasn't been discussed? No. It's
Okay.
only
Please discuss it.
it's only tracks that basically that you want. It's to give the audience, you guys, to pick the calendar for next season, and there will be no changes. Division 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly, we will see how we go. 7 will be all the same
You're
calendar.
not getting into Division. You're not getting a Division 7 next season.
there will
Um,
be there will be all the same next season.
I do want to point out, Jezza is eliminated.
It's unfortunate. That's the first one. So
He
we've
is
got.
the first eliminated.
I'll put that in. So we've got F1 Jezza, and we've got Arcs as well.
Yeah.
And we've also got.
Panic is on a lap.
Ooh, Sutsi could be in
Jukes is on a
trouble.
lap. Saints is on a lap.
Sutsi
Sutsi could be in trouble. Zoo's retired.
Zoo's retired. Zoo's retired.
Yeah. Saints is now retired.
Zoo's retired
That
on
is
track.
on track.
Yeah. Zoo's going to be under investigation. I will.
Oh, that's under crash too. Whoa. Okay. Boltaru's now retired because he's crashed into YNS Saints.
Okay. So
That is very interesting.
Saints is out. Zoo will be under investigation due to.
Bolt is out.
Oh, right. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a bit of a heads
Panic's
up.
P14.
You're gonna have to give me a bit of a heads up on who is out and who is in.
Alright, give me a second, I gotcha. So, eliminated is Boltaru, Sutsi, YNA Saints, Jukes, Jezza, and Arcs. So we actually have 6 eliminated because I think Boltaru and YNA Saints crashed on track.
Okay. Oh, there we go. But at the front,
So because Boltaru...
Go on.
Sorry, go.
No, you're right. At the front, we've got With Matif and Dido and Legama, your top 3. Eliminated, as Edge said, we have lost Boltaru, Sutsi, Saints, Jukes, Jezza, and Arcs. So we will be getting those guys in for a quick chat. So hopefully they will jump in and have a chat with us. Panic, the Division 4 driver, making his way through into Q2. He'll be happy with that. Zoo will be under investigation for retiring on track. Do we have our onboard steward in here tonight? Hopefully we do. I want to see if Dragon is available, but we'll just see Q1 investigation. I will write it now because he may be asleep. Q1 investigation for Zoo retiring on track.
I think the big thing is, though, is Bolts has crashed out. He would have gotten into qualifying too. But because he's crashed out, he's no longer eligible to go through to Q2.
No. And I'm going to just jump on
So
board.
now he's out.
Just jump on board here and give Hado his refund back there because we did miss that, unfortunately. So you can have that refund, mate. Do apologise as Saints is out. Zoo F4 from the track. Well, I'll have to wait and see what happens and see what the onboard steward says moving forward. I'm going to just see if he is awake or alive. So hopefully he is awake or alive. Let's have a look.
Who? Dragon?
Yep. Just want to see if he's around. And hopefully we're going to get the other guys in for a quick chat if they do want to talk to us. But there you go. 6 guys out of Q1 and going into... Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. All right. Sorry, do apologise. Just typing away. Just let me know if you're doing the onboards on stream or in DMs, please, Dragon. Appreciate that, mate. That's great. But here we go. Plugger and Angus, the 2 Mercs through into Q2, the 2 Ferraris through, the 2 Williams, the 2 Red Bulls, and the 2 McLarens. Unfortunately, a solo kick and a solo Haas. And also, it looks like it is... Oh, Zoo is through. He's done a good enough time, but he's retired on track. That's very unfortunate to see him through, even though he's retired on track. So we'll have to wait and see how that's going to go, that investigation, because he's actually gone through into Q2 after retiring on track.
Yeah. Because I don't think he crashed, which is where the issue comes down to.
Ah.
Because if you crash, that's when you get the hey, you're not meant to be in this, right?
Yes, correct.
So he hasn't technically crashed, he's just gone and retired. So it's like the car had a malfunction.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But if you have joined us, we do going into Q2, 12 minutes to go, and we've got a nice little battle going on at hands here. We've got both Mercedes in, we've got both Ferraris, both Williams, both Red Bulls, both McLarens, and a few of these guys are solo as well. And probably one of the biggest news is tonight, obviously, the guy in the Kick Sauber, a new full-time driver, bolts through out of Q1, which is... yeah, that's a big one, isn't it? That is a big one. And we've got...
That is very much a big
my
one.
mic is on point. Thank you, Tudor, mate. My mic is... I am using the best mic now. I'm not using a headset. I'm using a proper microphone. So you're going to get crisp, clean comms. We can't hear you, SJ. I'm surprised you can't hear me because... Yeah, that's... Dante, mate. Your mic is not clean. I might need to be timed up then a little bit. Let's have a look. Can you hear me now, Age? Loud and clear?
You've been loud and clear the entire time.
Oh, they're probably messing around. We just can't listen.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all good. They're just playing around. We'll time them out for being in pain. Itch, we've got someone in the comms box. Who is that? That we are going to jump on.
Let's have a look. Hold up. We have Jukes.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you boys?
Yeah, doing well, doing well.
Sorry.
I feel like that's my go-to response at the moment with everyone who asks me how I'm doing. So, mate, you want to walk us through your Q1 and sort of break down the strategy as to what was your plan going into it?
Late notice, so not much of a plan put together. Pretty much jumped from the dinner table onto the seat within minutes. So, but should have enough time to get together. Bit of a bad setup. Didn't have a lot of time, and then just really couldn't put it together in the end.
That's fair enough. Obviously, having not that much time, it can actually throw you off. But yeah, I mean, you're here, so we'll see what happens in the race. I guess it just becomes now trying to battle as much as you can in the race then.
That's it. Come down to the race.
Exactly. I'll pass you over to SJ in case he has any other questions. But yeah, should be good.
Okay. Oh, Jukes, thanks for jumping in. Very, very late notice. That was a bit unfortunate there. We don't know what's going on with one of the Alpines, but great to have you on the track. What's the plan in Belgium? Is it a fan favourite of yours? Do you like the track? Do you not like the track? Like, how do you feel?
I always like Spa. It's a good track. Normally can put it together here, so I'll be hoping for a good position, getting up there from the back pretty early. Hopefully I can get a good attack going and get some consistency and see how we go.
Yep. Well, we'll look forward to seeing how you go tonight. Obviously, this is a very interesting track. It has brought a lot of drama across the week. It's brought some fantastic racing, some great 1-2 battles, and some great overtakes, and also mixed weather conditions as well. Do we have a little bit of an insight on the weather situation tonight? Are we looking at rain or are we looking at a dry night tonight?
That's a question, isn't it? It's looking pretty dark right now. I watched Monday night's race. That was a good one. Starting in the rain, drying up, safety cars and all. Division 6. So see how we go with the weather tonight and see if that changes some strategies. I seen on Monday in Division 6 that mixed some things up. So see what happens.
Yep. Okay. Well, I wish you all the best in the race, mate, and thanks for jumping on and having a chat with us tonight.
Thanks, boys. I'll see you later.
See you, man.
See you in a bit.
Okay, well, Edge, just from obviously that, he's not going to say too much because, yeah, I was hoping to get some inside information, but we do have Mr. Bolts in the chat, and I'll leave you to take that away.
No worries. Welcome back, mate.
That's just rubbish.
Yeah. No, I saw what happened. Was from the looks of it, it looks like Saints has had a bit of a crash. There seemed to be a bit of room going on the right though. I'm just kind of wondering why you went left. From what I saw.
Oh, well, yeah, well, going into that corner, we, like, knew that was safe, so he just told me to back out. We didn't really know that anyone was in front of us until I turned that corner, and just couldn't react in time. And, yeah, just went straight into Saints, I guess.
Oh yeah, fair. Okay. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess it's a bit annoying, isn't it, when that sort of stuff happens and you just sort of, I'm gonna say, caught out by it, fortunately, because there's not really much else you can do there, is there?
Mm. Like, I think I looked down in one moment and I just saw a pass right in front of me and just, yeah, just tough luck.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, bro, but, you know, you did have some good pace there from the looks of it. Looks like you could have probably challenged for pole, so that's going to at least be something good.
Yeah, most definitely, but at the looks of this, Dito is pretty quick, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, definitely one to watch out for, I reckon, tonight, but I wouldn't count you out just yet.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
No worries. I'll pass you over to SJ because I don't know if he saw what happened, but he might have some questions for you.
Yeah, Bolts. Obviously, we jumped in early and had a nice little intro into your, debut with obviously the Kick Sauber, and obviously that's not gone to plan in Q1, especially talking to you feeling very very confident. And unfortunately, out in Q1, so I didn't actually see it. We've got Zoo under investigation for retiring on track. So can you give us a little bit of an insight? What happened again for me?
Yeah, so like start of sector 2, I was like up at least like a 10th, I think, and I saw and Whiffs told me that I was safe and to like back off to save my tires, so that's what I did. Looked down one moment, turned the corner, I saw a Haas facing the wrong direction. I just couldn't react in time. Just crashed right in front of him, ripped off my wheel.
Ooh, could we see a report going in for quality?
Oh, nah. For me, it's not like a big of a deal. But yeah, I probably won't report it at all.
Okay. Well, what's the strategy feeling like now, starting at the back?
Well, I would say send it, but watching other races and other divs probably isn't the best idea, so I'll probably just play it safe, to be honest.
Yeah, take it
Maybe
easy.
go around the outside. Yeah,
Take
probably
him out.
carnage.
Take him out one by one, like I did the other night.
Or you do what I did and go down the middle.
Yeah. Or you can do.
Yeah, definitely not. I'll go do that.
You can listen to any of us.
Want to save my?
Just do your own part.
Want to keep my wing at least.
Yeah, you are starting on the outside, so at least you do have that going for you. You
Yeah,
can
just
sort of avoid the damage that happened.
yeah, yeah. I just hope other drivers know what they're doing and just have faith in them, I guess.
Oh, they're normally pretty
That's all
good.
you can do.
They're normally pretty good. It's
Yeah.
good bunch
And
of
it's
guys.
still, yeah.
And obviously you got your TP and teammate tonight, and with Missy, who is your new teammate for the rest of the season. From obviously what happens in silly season, we don't know yet. That is a long way away. But he is in P3 42.867. What's your feel about his pace tonight? He looks like he could get through into Q3. Are we looking at a pole position for Kick? Maybe. What's your thoughts there with West's performance?
Yeah, most definitely a pole. In Q1, like, the track was way too cold, and I'm pretty sure he did a 42.4 in Q1, which is actually pretty rapid, but yeah, most definitely P1 on the board for us.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for jumping in. We are going to get on board for the rest of Q2 as it is coming to a close. Bolts, we wish you all the best and good luck, my friend. Edge, I want to jump something onto you really quickly. The Ferraris could be in a little bit of trouble here. In P11 and P12 could be knocked out of Q2. We saw the Red Bulls last night getting knocked out. Are we going to see the same tonight for the two Ferraris?
I think we might see the same for the two Red Bulls, to be honest. But I would not be surprised, especially considering the caliber that they have behind them in Daniel T. With him still to set a lap. So I would not be surprised if we do see a few of those people out, as Angus goes fastest.
142.
Plugger's just started his lap.
Yep, and so is Panic. Panic got a little bit of the spotlight on him tonight. He's got a nice little slipstream. So McLaren, we have seen McLaren do this exceptionally every week. The toe, it just doesn't seem to fail at all. And he's got the job done there and getting a nice little toe off his teammate Shifty Flight, who currently is safe in that P6 position and it will be on an outlap. So he will be able to go again. But what can Panic do? He's probably the surprise of the night, getting into Q2 from Division 4, reserving up at the moment. And he is in the drop zone, though. So it's him, Daniel T, Hennessy, and Cooper going out of Q2, even though Hennessy and Cooper are on outlaps. But they have the Mercedes in front of them, which is a little bit of a barrier. And it seems like there's a little bit of traffic congested in that Sector 2 area. Could that be a little bit of a... Would that be a negative for the two Ferraris going into their lap, which will be this... Well, this will be the last time they get to do it. So if one mistake's made, they are out of Q2. What's your thoughts there with how congested it is in Sector 2?
Yeah, look, I'll be honest. How congested it is in Sector 2, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing. Because both Ferraris at the moment are on outlaps, right? You've got, I think that's Arcade coming through at the moment. Nope, that is Josh, who's just actually slid directly in front of the Ferrari, so he'll get a tow from the Ferraris. So we do see Panic go P7, actually cementing those two Ferraris being knocked out. And I think we're good with... I think the Dito's done and the Mercedes boys are done. Terrence is first one to pit. Daniel T goes fourth. Could we see either the two Ferraris or the two Red Bulls or even the two McLarens be knocked out tonight?
Oh, yeah, I've just seen Panic. He's got the nice toe there, and he's given the toe onto Shifty Flight, or I don't know if it's gone the other way again, but we'll have to wait and see.
Ooh.
Panic's now down into P9. Squash Josh, it looks like he's getting eliminated. He is into P10 at the moment. Legham, I'm just trying to keep an eye out on the moment. Legham coming
He will
into
be
the
the
next
next one.
Yeah, is he going to be going out? Ooh, he gets a little bit wide there. Dito going the fastest lap with 142 flat, near enough. Legham,
He's
what's he
out.
going to do? Legham pushes
Oh, no,
into
he's in.
P8. Panic goes down to P10. Squash Josh currently is getting eliminated. So is Zoo, so is Cooper Bot, and so is Hennessy. Who is the closest to it? Zoo is the closest one to the end. Is he going to be able to make it through? The other Aston is out. He is on his own. Is he making it into Q3? Let's have a look. A 143.4. He's got to make 3.5 tenths, so a couple of more tenths before that. Is he going to make it? Yes, he goes into P5. Phenomenal lap there by Zoo. Jux has left the
Panic's
position,
out.
and Panic is out of Q2. Is Squash Josh going to go out? We're waiting to see now. It is getting very, very close. Shifty Flight could get knocked out as well if these Ferraris make anything of it. We could see a double McLaren out of Q2. Let's have a look. Shifty Flight in P10 at the moment. Goes to P4. He is safe. That pushes Panic into P11. Squash Josh into P12. It is all about Squash Josh in the last corner and the Ferrari behind him. Are they good Ferraris going to go through? No, Hennessy is out. Squash Josh goes into P3. Cooper Bot is out. Hennessy is out. Both Ferraris are out of Q2. It's happened again. It happened last night with Red Bull, and it's happened again tonight with the Ferraris. What a Q2 that was, and what drama!
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely showing the abilities of some drivers, and the fact that the track evolution is a big thing here.
Definitely.
So it's very interesting seeing the track evolution come to life here at Belgium in 2 races in a row.
Yeah, absolute drama. Absolute drama there. Cooper Bot, Legham, Panic, and Hennessy out of Q2. And, yeah, some very, very good laps there. Squash Josh, what a lap that he pulled out there. He was out under pressure in the elimination and was going out, and then he manages to put that fantastic time in and put himself into P3. Fantastic to see from Division 3 yet again. And I'll let you take it away with the classification results.
Yeah, sure. So we've got Dino in first, Wish Matifa in second, Squashosh in third, Angus in fourth, Shifty Fly in fifth, Plugger P6, Daniel D P7, Zoo P8, Arcade Gaming P9, and Terrence to go P10. Your eliminated drivers are Cripper the Bot 17 in the Ferrari in 11th, Leghand 777 in the Haas in 12th, Panic 13th in the McLaren, Hennessy 423 in the Ferrari. And that is the 4 eliminated. Obviously, we did have 6 eliminated in Q1, so that means only 4 got eliminated this qualifying as well to give us our final 10.
Wow, I'm shocked. I am still in shock what we've seen tonight. Q2 has definitely spiced things up going into Q3 on who we do have going into Q3, but we do have a few guys into the comms box, and I'll let Edge take this one away. And we've got both of the Ferrari drivers in, so we can either do this as a joint one or a single interview. Up to you how you want to play this one out.
You know what? I want to interview Hennessy separately because
Alright.
I haven't spoken to Hennessy in a while.
Over to you, mate.
Hennessy, mate, how you doing?
Hey Edge, long time no speak. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. Good. It's good to see you again. Obviously,
Yeah, you too.
coming up from Div 4 champion last season, Div 5 is we're 5 qualifyings in? Are you starting to sort of get the hang of how Div 3 works now?
Yeah, Div 3 is a bit quicker than last season, I feel. And yeah, it's pretty quick, pretty competitive. Unfortunately, couldn't make it to Q3 today. Yeah, don't know what that's about, but I should be able to pick it up in the race. Hopefully I went 17th to 6th last week, so maybe 14th to 3rd this week. Let's see.
Maybe it translates.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited to see you in the race because obviously in the race, I think everyone's willing to admit that you're definitely a better racer than a qualifier. So I think the race is going to be very interesting for you.
Yeah, no, it should be good. Lots of chaos ahead, probably. You know, a few tangles at Belgium often, so I'll try to keep out of those myself and reap the rewards of other people's tangles.
Exactly. And don't pit too early on the softs. That's my advice for you.
Righto, thanks, mate.
As we saw, I think, last night with a rock lobster.
How did you go last night, Edge?
P2.
Well done. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you and the Ferrari boys. So we'll pass it over to SJ, and he can ask you any questions he's got.
Hennessy, good evening, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. How you doing?
Yeah, good, mate. Obviously, very unfortunate to go out in Q2. Obviously, we've seen some big teams go out very early on. Obviously, we saw the McLarens out in Division 5 due to obviously the weather change. We saw Red Bull last night in Division 6, and then tonight the Ferrari. So, what is there something in the air? What's the go? What happened?
Just to be honest with you, I don't think I'm as quick as some of these guys at this track in quali. So, yeah, I probably could have done better. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I hope to make up for it in the race. Maybe there is something in the air down here in New Zealand and I've caught it.
It might be, it could be one of these tracks that, like, you know, either you love it or you hate it. You know, it's a bit like Marmite. I think it's in that situation where you just got to be cautious, you know. It's a quick track, but it's got some very, very technical corners like No Name, Pouon, and obviously the bus stop chicane where we've seen obviously a lot of overtakes happening in that area as well, and also the pit stops as well. The pit stop entry here is a pain in the backside, and also the exit as well. So we've seen a few incidents involving that as well. What do you think the strategy is going to be for you here? And do you have any insight for us on the weather situation here? Because we're still not been told. I don't know if anyone's going to keep it close to their chest and not tell us, and we'll wait for the race. But yeah, what's your thoughts? What's the weather looking like?
Well, the weather is going to be dry, to let you know. It was a little sun icon in the screen, so I don't think we've got any rain on the way. Okay. So that's going to be good. Still unsure of strat. Thinking about obviously starting on the softs or maybe the mediums, but you'll see in 8 minutes' time.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see what happens. If we just get a quick invite to Jukes, that would be awesome, Idge. But no, wish you all the
Sure.
best. Hennessy, I know it's unfortunate. I know you like to go through, and at least you're honest in saying to us that you don't feel that you've got the pace here. So we'll have to wait and see. And it's going to be interesting working with your teammate at the back in Q2. So hopefully we'll see some team orders there as well. You two working together.
Oh, we will be, mate. Thank you.
Good man. All right, I'll go.
Before we jump over to the next interview,
Go on.
sorry, I do just want to point out Daniel's out.
Yeah, I don't know if he's lost it. I don't know if he's retired or retired on track. I don't know if that's going to be an investigation. I'm not sure.
No. I also don't have Jukes added. So
Okay.
if I can get his EA.
I will do it. I will do
confirmed.
it. I will do it. I'll let you take it away with Cooper.
All good, Cooper, mate. How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Obviously, first race in Rush, I'm understanding?
Yep.
How you finding it so far?
Way quicker than I thought.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is
No.
what happens when you're used to racing SJ, I guess.
He doesn't race me. He's a lot bloody quicker
You
than
said he's
me.
your teammate.
He is in another league. Higher up though. I missed that bit out.
Oh,
Missed that bit out.
okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, he's a lot better.
That
driver.
makes so much more sense. Okay. But yeah, no. Hey, so you're finding it well? Obviously in the Ferrari, got Hennessy as your teammate.
Yeah, we've known each other for a while racing, so it's a good start, good feeling.
Okay. Thinking about sticking around more often, I guess? Now that you're getting the feel for it?
Yeah.
That's good. I'll pass you over to SJ. I really don't have any questions, I'll be
He
honest.
probably doesn't know you, that's why. I love it. Straight in with the difficult questions, Cooper. You'll get used to it. Cooper, obviously we know each other. You are my engineer and wannabe for Aston Martin. You have a great connection, and obviously you have jumped in to Rush. Welcome to the family, mate. Welcome to the league. You've raced with a few of these guys tonight, but give us a little bit of an insight on what happened in Belgium. It's obviously very disappointing to see both Ferraris go out. So where did it go wrong in Q2?
Honestly, not a lot really. I had slipstream and still didn't pay enough for me, so got a lot more practice and get more quicker. And seeing these times is ridiculous to see. Got to work on that.
Remember, mate, you can't go through a car in this league. No ghosting, mate. It's all realistic. So if a car spins, just keep looking at that track map or listen to your engineer. They do not ghost, unfortunately. So just giving you a heads up. Just giving you a heads up right now. What's the strategy for yourself going into the race? Working with obviously Hennessy tonight. Going to be using a similar strategy or just keeping that close to your chest?
Probably will start on the softer tyre and then just see what happens.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, welcome and enjoy yourself and good luck in the race, mate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is
All
everyone
good.
in the. Well, I think that's everyone that wants to talk to us. I don't think there is anyone else that wants to talk to us. We do have.
I'm okay with that. Plug has just gone pole.
We do have Panic. Normally he wants to talk to us. Lakehound doesn't feel like he wants to talk to us, but Panic has been a bit quiet. So, yeah, it doesn't look like Panic wants to talk to us, which is a shame because he's normally in the comms
I
box.
think he's
Probably a little bit annoyed.
I think it's a bit of a shame, but he's
He's probably a bit annoyed about it, but you've got to take into account that he is a Division 4 driver reserving up tonight. So going into Q2 is still a good a good night. It's now how you go in the race, and you're not starting at P19, P18. You're not starting right last, so he's still got an opportunity, and things can happen. Mistakes can happen. So, if I was Panic, I'd be happy. Shifty Flight is a Division 3 driver, so there's a difference between him and Panic. at this current moment. But the guys probably get a little bit disappointed and think that they can do better than that, and that's good. They're giving themselves higher goals, which is what it's all about. But at the moment, in this Q3 session, Edge, it is advantage Red Bull, an advantage Mercedes.
Red Bull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
advantage
it's
Red Bull
advantage Mercedes
and
at the moment.
Mercedes because we've got both cars in. So if we get two toes going on here, we could have a very interesting fight for P1 because we do have Plugger in the 41s.
Yeah, we do, which is actually an amazing feat to see. I know Plug has been practicing a lot, especially this afternoon, to try to get into the 41s, and he's finally gotten that set up tied exactly how he wants it. So I imagine that we're going to be able to see a lot more from the gentleman there.
We are indeed. I'm just going to jump on board with Angus. Angus has had a very good night tonight. P5 currently, and P1 for his teammate. So a really, really good shout at the moment for Mercedes. And we've got a yellow flashing. It looks like that could be...
It is a Red Bull.
Arcade Gaming, so hopefully he's all good. Just to give you a bit of an insight to what happened with Daniel T, he actually crashed.
Okay. That's a shame.
Yeah.
So it'll be P10 for Daniel T at the moment.
Yeah, he actually crashed, so that was unfortunate for him. But still starting in a good position. P9, possibly of
P10.
Possibly it could be P10. Yeah.
Depending on which shifty flight does, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely going to be a P10. But at the moment, 41.911 is the time to beat. Dido is on a 142.371. We're probably not going to get time to get a prediction in, so we'll put that in for the race. I'll let Edge do the predictions tonight, as he loves to do them. We're still doing the drive of the day, so remember that. Remember, guys, this is the last race of the week before we start off the reserve program tomorrow. So feel free to support your drivers, get amongst it, and get amongst the stream as it is the last one. And then we are heading over to Interlagos on Saturday night for Division 1. It is a sprint weekend. And then it's the big one from Division 2 all the way to Division 6 with Portimao with our first 100% of the season. And what a race and what a night that's going to be. We've never done 100% around Portimao. So there's always a first. So we're going to see how interesting that's going to be for these drivers. But tonight we are at Belgium for round number 5 with Division 3. And we have got 25 seconds to go. Is Plugger going to take pole position, Edge? That's going to be the question.
Yeah, and I definitely think the answer is going to be a resounding yes.
Of course it is.
In my opinion. Not any bias or anything, but Plugger has been dominant in this division and he's already 4/10 up on Dido, so remembering that Dido has to gain another 4/10, Plugger only needs to gain an extra 10th to make that 5. And judging by how Plugger's been driving this track, both in and out of this week or weekend, I can't see him falling out of position that much.
Yeah, he's been doing absolutely fantastic. As Zoo does have a purple in Sector 2 at the moment in the Aston. Really good to see him through. Keep that connection. Hopefully he doesn't lose connection. RK does go P2 with a 142.259. He is the closest to Plugger at the moment. Zoo coming around his last plate. We've got lost Jukes again. Hopefully we can get him back in. Zoo crosses the line, finishes P8. We're then going to go over to Wifmatif in P4. Where's he going to finish up? He's been very consistent this season. Is this another opportunity to be consistent even more again and put it onto the top 3? Yes, he goes P2, knocks down Arcade Gaming, and we've got then Dido going to cross the line. What's he going to do? He's been very quick tonight. He goes P2, knocks down Whiff into P3. We've then got, it looks like it's Terrence. Terrence is the new driver coming into it. What's he going to do for the Alpine? They need points. They've struggled the last past weeks for points, getting involved in incidents and drama off and on track. What is Terrence going to bring to the Alpine tonight? The finishing touches of Q3, sitting in P9. Where's he going to finish up? He finishes up in P6. We've then got the Red Bull of Squash Josh going into P5. We've then got the other Mercedes of Angus into P5. We've then got one more driver left, which is Shifty Flight, and also Plugger on a lap. Plugger's finished up at 41.911 and Shifty Fight finishes up into the pits with 42.462. So there is your top 3, Plugger, Dido and With Latif at the closing stages of Q3.
Yeah, and I definitely think the surprise for that one is definitely within that P3. I think Plugger and Dito are expected to be up there, but with being so close to Dito and Plugger is a very good result for the Kick Salvers there, I reckon.
Well, absolutely fantastic. We'll have to wait and see. We'll get Jux another invite very, very soon. I'm just waiting for him to come back online. But what a start going into the race. It's going to be very, very interesting. We'll have to wait and see there. But Plugger again dominating in that Mercedes. The question is he going to be able to dominate in the race? Edge, take it away for the classification results, please.
Absolutely. So Plugger in the Mercedes in P1, Dito, the TP of Williams in P2, with the TP of Kick in P3, RK in P4 in the Red Bull, Angus in P5 in the Mercedes, Squatch Josh, the faux TP of Red Bull in P6, Shifty Flight in the McLaren in P7, Terrence in the Alpine in P8, Zuri in the Aston Martin P9, and Daniel T not setting a time in the Williams, but gets P10.
Yes, there you go. We are going to jump on board, and Edge is going to take away the start of this race. I'm trying to get Jux an invite as soon as I can. If anyone has him added and get him in, that would be great. I'm going to try and get him in at the beginning of this race very quickly. Hopefully he is in. Otherwise, he is going to be AI in this race. Let's have a look. Please do not lose connection again. No, you're not showing online, my friend. You're not showing online at all. No luck. I'm going to try one more time. Where are you? Do you want his EA, Edge?
Sure. I don't know if I'll be able to add him, but I'll give it a go. Once it kicks me off the waiting for players. There we go.
Right.
Yeah, he needs to add me because I can't add him because PC is very interesting.
All right, let's hopefully we get this on very, very quickly. Anyone got Jux as a friend, please send him an invite because he's not showing for me.
Alright. I'll take away the start while you figure this out. Plugger gets a wonderful start going into turn 1, followed by Dito. Then Whiff. Will he get the challenge on? It looks like he's going for it. He stuck the nose there. Plugger has held him a bit, but Dito's gotten through into P2. Whiff stays P3. No, I was about to say no carnage yet, but there's a virtual safety car, and there's a 10-second time penalty to Hennessy for collision with the RB. So something's definitely happened there.
Yeah, a bit of drama there. I'm going to try and get him back in one more time. He's not showing up online. He's the VSC at the moment. No, mate, you're not online.
It is a VSC at the moment. Plugger keeping P1, Dito keeping P2, Whiff keeping P3. Let's have a look at the tyres. Zoo going an interesting compound and going on the hards in P8.
Yeah, a lot of guys, as you did say, and we did speak to a few of these guys, they're talking about softs, and they have gone on the softs there. Like you're saying, Zoo on those hards, and obviously two guys on the mediums in Panic and Sutsi at the moment. But the rest of the grid are on the soft compound tyres. It's looking dark out there. Are we going to have some rain? We're still waiting to hear if we're going to have some rain at the moment. There's been no changes at the top 3. There has been an investigation going into lap 1 with Hennessy and Sutsi. That's really unfortunate for Hennessy, getting that 10-second time penalty already. It's going from bad to worse for one of the Ferraris, but Cooper the bot has gone up to P11 already. That is a very, very good start for him. Or did I think he already started?
Sure he
there. I think he started there. I think I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah, he started P11, so he's kept P11.
We have a green. Sorry to interrupt, but someone's gone way off the track there and then come back on. I don't know if that was Daniel T or Zoo, but we'll have to wait and see. As Jux is still waiting, so hopefully we can get him in. At the moment, still having problems trying to get him in. I'm going to try and add him on a PlayStation. So let's try it this way. This is the only other way I can do it, because he is on PlayStation. So let me have a look. Bear with me, guys. There we go. Add. Send. Invite. There we go. Done. There we go. Quick as that.
We do actually have 3 people pitting of Legham, Sutsi, and Hennessy. So Hennessy will serve his 10-second time penalty here. And Sutsi will repair his front wing, and so will Legham. So the 3 with front wing damage. Hennessy still yet to get away from the grid, and Legham's gone. Sutsi's gone, and Hennessy has gotten it all fixed up, and he's on his way now.
Yeah,
It was a very quick pit stop from Ferrari there.
definitely, and we've had a change of the leader. Dido up into P1, Plugger down into P2, Whiff into P3. Jux has joined us, so this is great to see. We've got drama happening. Shifty Fly up into P6, Angus into P5. Very, very close. This is going to be a train and a half, I feel. I feel that we are going to have a nice little battle going into this race. 43 people tuning in on lap 2 out of 22. So we've got 20 laps remaining of this race, and we've just started, and we've got Dido in the lead of this race, and literally is a DRS train all the way down from P1 all the way down to P9.
Yeah, it's getting very interesting, SJ, watching this. I'm trying to keep an eye on this Dido Plugger battle, while also trying to keep an eye on Angus, Shifty, Squash, Daniel, Terrence. I really want to keep an eye on this, but then you've also still got that battle from P10 all the way down to pretty much P15 as well. And that train is not that far away from catching up to the back of the likes of Terrence and Daniel T as well to join that main train.
Yep.
So, depending on what happens, we could actually end up having a 15-car train.
Oh, yeah, we do. We got an onboard here, though, for Saints. We're going to see what he can see in front. He's got the Ferrari in front of him. He's also then got Boltzaroo. Boltzaroo up in a P12. Cooper Bot down there in P13. We'll have to wait and see how we're going to go here. Going up the Rouge, it's going to be a nice view from Saints' car in front to see what he can see. We can see Angus has overtaken Arcade. Dido has lost out to Plugger. Shifty Flight has overtaken Arcade Gaming. Arcade Gaming's lost another position, and he's lost another position to his teammates. So he's lost 3 positions on a main straight. So does he have the speed? Oh, a little bit of drama there. I think Cooper's got very close to Zoo, and I think he's lost a little bit of his front wing, and that's not going to hurt him. But look at this. We've got Arcs coming on the right-hand side. Gets the move done. Very well done there from Arcs. And Sauce versus Sauce. But Saints lets him have the move. Saints is in good position, still in P15. Still in the points. 2.7 gap between him and Jux in that Alpine. So, sorry, Jezza in the RB Visa Cash App. Or I think as Jack Whitehall said this morning, RB Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. There you go. It's a big mouthful, isn't it? It's a big mouthful of a team. Until they change.
I don't know what's going on with that team anymore.
Me neither.
I just call them V-Carb.
You call them Barclay card, like credit card, whatever they're called. But here we go. We've got some action going on.
Barclays card.
Cannot wait to see what these liveries are going to look like in the new game. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Cannot wait to see it. But we do have this game at the moment, and we are on board with Saints in that P15 position. As there you go, Cooperbot is in, and that's going to hurt him because I think he was on the soft, so he is going to be probably going on to the hards. He'll probably try and go to the end there. So not all is lost, but we'll have to wait and see. We're going to go
He's
first.
actually going on to the mediums.
Okay, yeah, it's not a bad strat. They are
Mediums can go. Oh, he had front wing damage. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's replacing his front wing.
Let's see what Squash Josh does in that P6 position. He's 2.5 temps. It looks like someone's going to be making moves. Someone's making moves. We've got Angus making move. We've got the McLaren as well. Shifty Flight goes around the outside. Holds his line. Keeps it into P4. Squash Josh into P6. Arcade Gaming is dropping like a fly. He's now down to P9. Does Arcade Gaming have damage? That's the question, because he's dropping like a stone. I'm just trying to keep looking at that right front plate. Yep, no, he's got everything. It's just, I don't know.
No, he's got everything. I just think he's running a, I think he might be running a quali setup. So he's quick on the first lap. So we do have a bit of a crash, it seems like, from Jezza there. I'm not sure if that was a reset to track or if that was just a spin, but that might need to be looked at. But big gainer here at the moment is Arcs, who's already up to P12. 8 positions gained.
Oh, you look at that. He's taking a very different route of the track. He's going to have to let him go there. Yep, well done, Jezza. Do not try and overtake him off track. He will get penalised. We're going to go further back up, though. Angus is doing a phenomenal job, as you did say, Edge. Up into P5. Having a battle there. We've got a yellow down there, and it looks like it is...
That would be Jezza again.
Oh, Jezza's gone into the wall. Into the wall.
Yeah, and that's brought out a safety car.
What's happened there?
That's brought out a safety car. That's very interesting. I don't think he's comfortable with this setup.
Don't think he is.
Or he's trying to assist off, as Boltzaroo, Arcade, and Arcs will all come into the pits to try to take advantage of an early safety car. as well as Saints. Duke stays out. Jezza will definitely come in. I would expect we would see Legham come in.
Oh, 3 second for cutting the thing as well. Is that going to be a retirement? Is he going to continue? Let's have a look. It's still early days. Lap 4 out of 22. Does he have seriously internal damage to that car? That's not what you want to see there, unfortunately, for the RB.
And he's out.
And he's out. He's calling it on lap 4. Very unfortunate.
And it's actually really bad because his teammates come into the pits and the car will actually sit in the pits for a little bit as well. So he's actually ruined Sutsy's lap.
Yeah, he
Sutsy's
has.
race too.
Luckily,
it's under safety car, and Hennessy is a fair way back, so it won't actually affect him too much. But he's gone to the hards. That's a very interesting call in the mediums. He definitely go the rest of the way here.
And no one at the top 8 came in. So
no one in the top 11 came in.
Top 11. Oh, okay. Because I was looking at everyone, all the top 8 are all on the soft compound tyres. So this is going to make this race even more interesting. Because if there's another safety car, you know, people all the way down from P9 are on completely different strategies to the guys in the top 8. So how long is it going to be before they then make a decision to come off them softs and go on a completely different tyre? Because lap 5 out of 22, mediums could probably go to the end here, you know?
Yeah. I have a feeling Arcade's won this. If he can stick with the front 11, and then they have to pit, and he can break away from Boltaroo and Arcs, I definitely feel like Arcade's in this seat for a win here.
Well,
but we've already had a VSC and a full safety car already. And we're on lap 5, so anything could happen.
Yeah, there's been a bit of drama tonight. Unfortunately, RB out of this race, and Sutsy is on his own. Do we do a prediction? What do you reckon? Does Plugger win this race? Does Plugger win this tonight? Or what's your thoughts? I want to do a 15-minute prediction. I'm just trying to think what we can put in. What about you? What's your thoughts?
I reckon we do a prediction of maybe another safety car.
Okay.
And then run it for 10 minutes. So safety car in the next 10 laps. But you do also have an onboard as well.
Okay. I've done it. I've done the onboard. I've done the onboard with Saint.
The next one?
Is there 2?
There was another one.
No, I've done that one.
There was one during the race. Oh, no, you've done that one. Okay, cool.
I've done it. We're all up to date.
Right.
I'll get you to do the prediction if you're all good on that. If not, then I can fire it in. But
I got it.
Okay, cool. We'll just give the position changes at the moment while Edge is getting onto the prediction, guys, so you can get amongst it. It'll be a 10-minute prediction, so feel free. Big cut from Terrence into the pits. Okay, didn't see it, but yep, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on Sutsy and just see how he exits the pits. Do not cut that pit lane. Good job, well done. I think someone did get penalised yesterday for cutting the pit lane in Division 6, I think.
Did they?
Yep. I think Paul and Hell cut the pit lane last night. I think he's been penalised, but I'll have to wait and see. I'll have to check the OBs. But at the moment, if you tuned in, lap 6 out of 22, Plugger leading the way. It hasn't been all of his way at the moment. He has had a bit of an interesting battle there with Dido, who Dido has actually pitted. So he was at the front there with those guys, with Latif and Shifty Fight, but he's actually pitted. So very interesting to see.
I think that's smart from Dido.
Yeah,
I think that's very smart from Dido.
Maybe.
Well, he's gotten a free pit stop, right? So, as much as he's fallen back to 16th, technically speaking, he's P6 or P7 on those new tyres.
I think these guys have only got 4 more laps on these softs before they're going to come in.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He was on the softs.
Yeah.
So he's actually taken the free pit stop, gone to P16. There's probably about 5-6 laps left on those softs with the VSC and the full safety car.
100%.
And then they're going to have to come in and pit for mediums. So we'll definitely see a situation, I think, from last night where we had a Rock Lobster pitting way too early.
Yeah.
And we'll see, I don't know, maybe a Thunderballs performance from either Plugger or from Dido. I still think RK's in a very good chance because he's in top 10. He's got Zoo on the hards in front of him. He's got Jukes in old softs in front of him. Probably the only one that might challenge him is Panic, but he's from Div 4, so I wouldn't necessarily think that Panic would be fighting as hard as he usually would if this was Div 4. And I think depending on how Plugger down to Daniel T ride out this safety car restart, they might actually be able to break away from the group and then RK's job to catch them.
Yeah, well, he's doing a great job so far, panicking that P8 position, and I'm not being biased because I am a McLaren driver, but here we go. Plugger is about to get going. With Matif is staying very, very close to him, so is Shifty Flight, and we are going to have green racing, ladies and gentlemen, going into turn one. How does Plugger take this? Very nicely, very smooth, well done. Here we go. Won't get DRS until lap number 8. So we won't see any battles for the time being unless someone has got super speed there. Looks like a mistake has been made there by someone. It might be Jukes, as Jukes is coming under extreme pressure from Boltaroo. Up the Rouge, there we go. Jukes going very slow. Boltaroo going on the outside, going to make the move on the left-hand side. Switches round, making the move past the Alpine and gets the job done on those 2-lap hards against those 6-lap soft. So Jukes is trying to hold on at the moment in a good position. Well done from Jukes. I had some connection area issues earlier, but he's in P11 doing a great job, but he's coming under extreme pressure from every single person behind who is on fresh tyres. As Arx goes another move like Saints round the outside, gets the job done. Thank you very much, into P11. Now Jukes is down into P12. He is being harassed at the back of this grid. He's now got Saints going to go for the move in P1. Doesn't go for the move, stays behind. We've got move happening at the front. A lot going on. We've got Shifty Flight. We've got With Matif going side by side. And we've got action already on lap 7. They're not waiting for the DRS here, Edge. They're waiting to get this job done straight away. But the question is, they do not want to battle too much and let Plugger pull away with the gap at the front.
Yeah, Shifty's definitely pushing through, and I think we've kind of realized what Shifty was doing and kind of just let him have the position done so that he could actually get that done to make sure that it was all sorted before the DRS straights come in.
Ooh, Cooper Bot gaining.
Cooper gets a 10-second time planet.
Ooh, that's a big one. As we got paddles.
Sorry, not having fun with the stewards today.
Nope, not at all. We've got Legham going off on the left-hand side, getting a 3-second time penalty. A few of these drivers that you don't normally see. Legham going for the move round the outside of Satsi. That was a late move, but he got it done. No damage, but he does have that penalty. But there is moves happening everywhere. We've got Jukes getting very, very close to Terrence now. And we've got both Alpines at the bottom, P18 and P19. So interesting strategy there from those guys, but there is battle. I can't keep up at the moment. It is extremely difficult. We've got RK and Boltaroo going at it now into Sector 2. There is moves happening everywhere, and we will probably see the softs coming in the next couple of laps. Remember, prediction is out for... What is the prediction? Let me just quickly double check.
We'll have a full safety car in 10 laps.
10 laps. Okay. Well, I'll let you do the honours if yes or no on that one. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, yeah. I'm putting a caveat into it.
Okay. Awesome. There we go. So, Zoo doing a great job on those hards into P7, but just staying with the train, which is the best thing to do. You know, use the DRS and just stay with them. Shifty Flight staying with Plugger. He's not pulling away at the moment, with Matif getting a little bit of all sorts out of the corner there in Sector 3. And so far, so good. Everyone very, very close together. Squash Josh could make a massive opportunity on for a podium tonight. He is in P4. He's got Angus and Daniel T to deal with as well, so we'll have to wait and see there. A little bit further back down, we've got Panic in down into P9 now, and he looks like he's going to be harassed by the rest of the guys down there. Is he going to go for the move on RK? Nope, he's going to stay behind him, stay within the lines, and there we go again. And another train forms, and we're starting on the next lap.
Yeah, it seems a lot quicker than what it was in Div 5. I know, obviously, that should make sense, but we're steaming through these laps pretty quickly, even though we've had a safety car and a VSC.
Yeah, we are steaming through it at the moment. As Setsi does get past Hennessy, and Dido is really trying to get past Arx, and Arx has been pretty good tonight. He's made a few overtakes there, and Dido does get the job done. Does anyone out in front? We've got Boltaroo going to go for the move on Panic. That was so close to his rear. That could have been a spin for Panic. He did manage to pull out, though, there and just let Panic just get a couple more yards on him at the moment. But Arcade Gaming is falling back. He's 2 seconds to Zoo now. And we saw earlier on he was struggling with pace. So we'll have to wait and see. Squash Josh in P4 at the moment, following very, very closely. And we've got a lovely little battle here between P1 all the way down to P7.
Yeah, I do definitely want to point out that that is 2 Mercedes in that, a Kick Sauber, a Red Bull, a Williams, an Aston Martin, and a McLaren. So there definitely are some inter-battles in there, both in the division and in overalls, and with drivers individually, because I know that Whiff and Josh, especially in Div 3 last season, and even in other leagues, such as D2S, our fellow partner, have been battling very closely.
News to me.
No, I told Shifty I'd fit one in. Whoa, plot is that? Shifty's in.
Shifty's in. There
Josh
you go.
is in.
8
Angus
laps.
is in. Daniel T's in.
We got it right. 8 laps. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Toodle. Is it? It's a good league, but not partnered that I know. Unless Shifty Wizard, mate, you want to tell me anything differently? But we'll have to see. As Plugger does take the lead here. Now, this is the question. This is going to be very interesting because Mercedes have done a very, very good job here. They've picked the other car of Angus. They've continued Plugger. Is that going to hurt him, though, in the long run? Because now he's on the softs. He's really going to have to push so he doesn't probably try and get behind these guys, as they are going to be on a very, very quick tyre going into this race. As Zoo does get a pen, that's unfortunate. So that takes him out of a podium position at the moment. RK Gaming, we've spoken a lot about him tonight. He's in P3 on those medium compound tyres. Struggled for pace, but 1.6 seconds behind with Matif. And I reckon he's going to pull that gap in very quick. Yes, Lamb. Same to me as well, mate. He's going to pull that gap down from with Matif very, very quickly. Question is, what is going to happen in the front two, Edge?
Well, you'd have to think the front two definitely have to pull away to have any chance, looking at where Shifty, Josh, Angus, and Daniel T came out. They definitely have to pull away something here. But I don't think RK's going to let them, because he's been pushing hard and he's about to get onto the DRS with Matif. So this actually could be race over for the Mercedes.
Well, it's going to be interesting. He's going to be on a very, very quick tyre on the closing stages of this race. Has that safety car destroyed the Mercedes strategy? We'll have to wait and see. There as Plugger goes in. Whiff goes in.
And
RK
Whiff goes in.
takes the lead as Edge predicted. Then that brings... looks like...
Zoo, Dito, Boltzberg, Panic, Arcs. Everyone will come up.
Yeah.
What will be interesting, though, is to see if Plugger gets out in front of Shifty or not. Because if Plugger can get out in front of Shifty, I think he might be able to challenge for it here. Have a look. It's going to be very close between... no, he doesn't. He doesn't get out. He doesn't get out. Josh gets in front. Here they slot perfectly into that gap, though. So Shifty and Josh actually do get the undercut on Plugger. This will be a battle for the minor points here, I reckon, unless there's a safety car. But I think Dito and RK have pulled off a masterclass here, and RK just needs to keep his gap to Dito to manage it, I reckon.
Yeah, it looks like a very interesting battle at the moment at the front there, as RK is in the lead. Dito has got the job done. Zoo does have that penalty. Boltzeroo is really pushing on. He's on those hard compound tyres. 6 laps to Zoo's 10 to 5 laps of Dito and 6 laps of RK's at the moment. Anything can happen. We've still got 19 cars on the track, and we've got 11 laps remaining. Still plenty of time for a safety car, still plenty of time for drama in this race. Jux is on the soft compound tyres. I have no idea if he is online or not. I've just tried to bring him in, invite him. He's saying he's online. I can't invite him, so I don't know what's going on there. I think he may have the take control glitch problem. If he does, let us know in the comments. Daniel T
gets a 3 second.
3 seconds. And he's all the way down in P18.
And Josh is almost side by side with Shifty here, coming through Blanchemont. Almost getting up the side. He's up the side of him, coming down into the bus stop chicane. Will he get the DRS? No, he won't. That will actually go to Shifty flight. So this is going to be an absolute battle to pay attention to for the minor points here. I have a feeling that these guys are going to try to push as much as they can to Hennessy and try to push through that train that we have building for P6 downwards. Panic in P6, though, that is an absolute effort, but he's burnt all of his battery trying to stay in front of the Ferrari here of Cooper the Bot, so he will go P7, actually. and pretty much gain all of his ERS back to have that deployment. So he'll want to keep up with these guys in front. Dido has broken DRS.
Shifty Flight gets the job done. Plugger into P14, Josh into P15. Plugger needed that. He doesn't want to stick behind these guys for much longer. He wants to try and get in front of them. He is on a little bit of a tire than Shifty Flight, but he does want to be held up because he is being held up here. This is helping Shifty Flight massively, and this is also helping the guys out the front because the gap to the leader is 15 seconds, and they've only got 10 laps to go.
Yeah, it's getting very interesting about what's going on here. There's obviously only a few more things, and the race could turn on its head in an instant, as we've seen already. So who knows what can happen from here?
Yeah, unfortunately, Jux's night is over. He's got the take control glitch, unfortunately, which is EA back to their games as per usual. It's very unfortunate. As we've got drama going on here, we've got a yellow, and Saints is off. Legham is not involved in that, but Saints is involved in that. And
whoa, that's a very interesting rejoin there from
interesting
Saints.
re-entry. That will be looked at by the onboard stewards there, and he's got right involved in this battle. Now, those tyres could be cooked. Shifty Flight's going to go around the outside. What Saint's going to do, he's going to get very close to Plugger there, and he's going to get in the way of Squash Josh now. And this doesn't help Josh at all, but that will be looked at. We're going to all but turn up to the top as Cooper Bot has got the job done on Zoo. So one for the Ferraris all of a sudden have come alive, and one's sitting in P5 and the other one is sitting in P10. So a great race from them. And these guys probably will be able to go to the end there as Jux has left position. Probably will not invite him back because, yeah, his AI is at the back anyway, so hopefully it doesn't cause any problems. 29 seconds away, so hopefully no problems there. But, yeah, the Ferrari's doing a phenomenal job. But this battle is all in the midfield battle, a little bit further down there. P13, it's all about this battle, isn't it? Plugger, Shifty Flight, Squash Josh with Saints and Angus. And Angus has still not been able to get past Saints, and neither's Daniel T. So this is not helping their race at all, and not helping their strategy, Edge.
Well, one thing we have just missed is Plugger actually got the move done on Shifty Flight coming up the Kemmel Straight. And then at Poowan, he's got the move done at Legham. So he's already pushed as much as he can. And he's in fact down in his time, so he is definitely trying to burn as much as he can to try to get that gap. He's already broken DRS to Shifty Flight as well. So Plugger is definitely trying to push up to get more points here. He's definitely going to try to redeem himself here after not pitting under that safety car. And he's caught up to the back of, what is that, Hennessy and Stussy? Yep. I think it is. So he'll want to get past those two as quickly as he can with 8 laps remaining as he gets past this lap. More than halfway through this race now, and we have a gap of... Give me a second. What is the gap to lead? Gap to leader to Plugger is about 13 seconds.
Yeah, it is.
So if there is a safety car, Arcane Dido can definitely pit to stay in front of Plugger if he stays out. But it's the question of will they want to?
Yeah.
As Hennessy gets past Stussy now, on those hards, and Plugger will be wanting to push up. Actually, Josh and Whiff have gotten past Shifty there.
Yeah, Shifty Flight has
on that DRS straight.
He's lost a few positions there, and obviously Legham coming into the pits, changing that front wing, I think. Let's have a look.
Yes, he was.
Yep, he has changed
that's why he went wide.
He has changed that front wing.
Yeah.
We've got an investigation there, lap 13 for Saints. Thank you very much, Lamb. Appreciate that. Might have to give you a new role as an onboard steward. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Going up to the front, though, as we haven't seen much action at the front, we've got Dido going up against Arcade Gaming for the lead.
Yeah, Dido's definitely been challenging Arcade, and as I mentioned, I think it was those two after the pit stops, as Arcade gets a 3-second time penalty for just crossing in Blanchimont. That is not a good look for him. So that will pretty much hand Dido the lead.
Yeah.
I reckon, unless anything drastic happens here with Dido.
Yep, definitely.
Boltaroo is 2.8 behind on hards, so I don't see Boltaroo catching up unless those tyres fall off massively.
Panic's pit. Panic has decided to pit. jumping all the way down into P14 jukes, mate. That's it. No more invites, unfortunately, mate. I'm not going to send any more. It's going to crash the collecting rolls and much like their infinity stones. Yeah, it's good, mate. It's good to get you involved. And Zoo gets another pen. Oh no, it's getting worse and worse. These guys are bringing up penalties at the beginning, at the top. Dido in prime time control at the moment. But the question is, how far is Plugger away? Because he is on the quick tyres. Terrence getting a 3-second time penalty as well. We've got battles going all over the place. Yes, sure. There's your pens, guys. 10 seconds to Cooper. Oh, he's got that 10. That's a big pen. We'll have to wait and see what the stewards will say on that. RK with the 3. Terrence with the 3. Zoo with the 6. Sutton with the 3. Daniel T with the 3. Legham with the 3 as well. A few drivers has just not gone to plan tonight. 1 for Daniel T and 1 for Legham. And Shifty Flight and Whiff just cannot get to the front of this pack. And they're running out of time. They are running out of time. That's the question. Going back up to the front, though, Dido still being fired very, very close with RK. He will stay with them. 68% against 75%. Boltaru, though, 2.6 seconds behind. Going back onto tyres. The hard's going to come into it now. Boltaru and Arcs on 10-lap hards. 2.8, 2 seconds Arcs behind Boltaru. Cooper following very, very closely, but does have that 10. Then you've got Terrence, who does have a pen. Then Zoo has a pen. Then Plugger is right behind that. But he's being followed very closely with Hennessy, who's just in the DRS at the moment. But Squash, Josh, Whiff, and Shifty are just too far down the road at the moment.
Yeah, something's definitely happened with those guys in regards to this one, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is maybe an investigation coming out in regards to a couple of things there, but we'll find out about it in the interviews, won't we? As Plugger has basically just gained a second on Zoo, who I think is now out of the DRS, and yep, he is now out of the DRS, and Plugger will be wanting to hunt him down as Coop gets the move on Arcstun. Saints gets a 3-second time penalty. Bolter kind of enjoying his own race in P3 after the calamity that we saw in Q1 with him getting knocked out. RK is sticking under the back of Dido, and Dido's just going for a Sunday drive.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. I think your prediction is done. I think there's no safety car with 10 laps, so I think that might have been finished. We might jump on board with another prediction in a second, but penalties are coming out. Still time for a safety car, still things happening. The question is, though, are these guys going to be able to get to the front? We're just going to look at the times compared to the front. Squash Josh, 16 seconds to the leader. Plugger's still 11 seconds. So that's still a big time. I don't think Plugger's going to make it at the moment. It's looking like it's out of reach because it's traffic. And this is the problem. They've come out into traffic, into slow cars. And it's been very difficult to get past them. Plugger's still 2.6 seconds behind Zoo. And we're on coming up.
You say that, but
we're on lap 17.
A lot of traffic, and Zoo actually goes into the pit because of that. But from what I've seen, because I've been watching Plugger through this push, a lot of the traffic has actually just been sort of parting to get out of his way. As Stussy gets another 3-second time penalty, but Plugger's been mincing the field from what I've seen.
It's 10 seconds away. 10 seconds away in 4 laps. It's going to be tough.
It is possible.
It's going to be tough. He can get the podium. There's obviously penalties in his way, but he's got a 3.9 second gap to Terrence. And Cooper and Terrence are battling, but the thing is, you can see him in the background there. The question is, though, while these guys hold each other up, some of those corners are very difficult to overtake. And the slower they are, the rest of the pack are getting away. Especially with Dido and RK staying with each other. Boltaru 2.8 hasn't been able to pull that gap. And that's something I've noticed tonight. These guys haven't been able to pull the gap on the guys in front. Boltaru has been sitting at 2.8 seconds for the last 2 to 3 laps. So he's not pulling that gap in.
But that's also probably because of the fact that we've got a 3-way DRS train with Arcs just not wanting to catch Terrence, or Terrence trying to pull away. And Cooper kind of just sitting in between, and Arcs and Cooper just DRS training behind him. So I wouldn't necessarily say that that's Boltaru's fault that he's not been able to pull the gap, but I think that's more of a Terrence is trying to push through now. Because he's seen Plugger coming, and he's trying to avoid getting overtaken by Plugger, who has basically caught up at a rate of knots compared to when he pit to now. and those mediums definitely going to be feeling good compared to the rest of everyone else who are on 10 plus old tires.
Yep. We've seen it. We've said it before, though. It's all right about following. It's about passing. Can he be able to pass? And that's going to be the question. Sorry, guys. Internet crash at the end of Q3. No, it's all good, mate. These things happen. We'll award you 1 point for getting the take control glitch as well. So that's all we can do at the moment. But Plugger, 2.6 seconds, 18 out of 22. He's getting closer. Is he going to be able to do it? That's going to be the question. We're going to go further back down because Hennessy, Squash Josh and Shifty Flight and With Batif and Daniel T have been battling each other all of this race and they have just not been able to make any traction and get through. Plugger has managed to get the job done, but Squash Josh and Cooper Bot gets another pin, so that helps Plugger out even more now. Yeah, it's an interesting race. Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh and Shifty actually did just overtake Hennessy in that. So Hennessy's now only got Whiff and Daniel and Angus behind him. Whiff going for the move, needing to follow this group through. That's a bit of a very interesting move, but he gets it done there, no contact. Whiff forcing the issue on Hennessy there. That was a brilliant move from Whiff around that corner. I don't know what the name is.
I think
it's
Puon.
Just watching Daniel. That's not Puon.
No name.
Puon is the... No, it's not No Name. The one before No Name.
Just a corner. Sector 2.
Yeah.
Right. Plugger.
The interesting fact about this is every single track or every single corner has a name. Except for one, and it's called No Name, which in turn is a name.
He's catching him. He is catching him. He is literally 1.9 seconds behind Cooper Bot. Bet 800 points and won 16k. Awesome, Dante. That is really good news to hear. Arcade Gaming has stayed with Dido. These two have just worked with each other and they've pulled a 3.2 second gap to Boltzaroo, and that is probably the reasons why that Boltzaroo has not been able to do it. But we're seeing yellows. Legham into the wall. Does that bring out a safety? No, it doesn't. He's round.
It wouldn't either because it's too late in the race as well.
20, 21, 22. No, it could do. It could bring a safety car out. I think it would come out for 2 laps and then go in for 1.
Yeah, Terrence gets the move done on Arcs. Cooper trying to follow through. Gets the move done on Arcs and gets the move done on Terrence as well. That's a beautiful double move from the Ferrari there.
But the more they're battling though, Edge, they're bringing Plugger into it now. He's 9.5 tenths. He's in the DRS. He is literally in the DRS, but he's 8 seconds away from Dido and RK. That is a big gap. And RK has 3 seconds. I think Plugger's going to finish P4 here. I don't think he's going to do it. But I never know. I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to leave it how it is because he's right behind this traffic. And anything can happen. As Hennessy gets a 3-second time penalty, it's not going to plan. And we've lost Legham again. He has lost it into the wall up a rouge there, which is really unfortunate. So,
ready on.
Oh, be careful of re-entry. Yep, good man, well done. There we go.
No, very, very good re-entry there from Legham. By the way, that is ready on. I will clarify that.
Terrence, what a drive from him tonight. And Arcs ran on the left-hand side up into the bus stop chicane. Is Arcs going to go for the double on Cooper Bot? No, he doesn't. Stays in behind. And is that Legham again? Legham is into the wall again. He's just completely losing it. And, it's not been a good night. He has lost everything. He's got
back into the gravel. Yeah.
He's lost all control.
Yeah.
Oh, Plugger around the outside. Oh, he's going to get side by side. He can't go side by side there. Oh, and Terrence has held him up. And Legham is round again. We're not going to jump on board that because we know he's lost it. We know he's completely lost that car. Here goes Plugger going for the move on the Alpine. Has a little bit of a tap on the Alpine. Uses the DRS, but the problem is here, Plugger has used everything. Terrence has used everything as well. They're battling each other. Plugger gets the job done, up into P6. Now he's got to push Arcs and Cooper. Arcs has got 43. Cooper's got 29%. Plugger's going to have to save. Oh, he's got a 3 seconds. Drama for Plugger, pushing too hard, making mistakes, and he's pushed himself into P6. That is now a battle between Terrence and Plugger and RK, and it looks like he could still finish in P6 position if he can get Arcs. He's got 2 laps to do it. This is going to be very interesting.
He will get P5 if he can stay in front of Terrence because Cooper does have 13 seconds. but
We don't know though.
he'll want
One
to
of
try to
those
push
10.
as much as he can to try to get P4.
We don't know one of those 10 could be removed. You know, that's the question.
No, because
We'll never know.
the 10 for him is cutting corner overtake.
Ah, okay. All good.
Yeah, so he overtook someone, gained a place, and had the corner. I think that's Legham getting off the track completely, so that is very good for him, but it's also not good because it causes a yellow flag, which means that the boys here can't overtake until they're out of the yellow flag. So Plugger will sit behind Arcs here, and Legham does get that 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. He will go for the move
But
into
never
turn
move.
1. That is a brilliant move, as Legham has now retired from the session.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if that is on
No, it's in the
track,
pits.
though.
It's in the pits.
It's in the pits? Good.
It's in the pits. Not the best of night.
Sutsi will actually come into the pits, which is a very interesting call for the RB team.
Not
That
the
might be them
fastest lap.
stalling it, trying to save the car for the next race, or fastest lap.
You won't get
Plugger's
anywhere.
going for the move. He will get the move on Cooper. Now he's just going to build 3 seconds out to Arcs to get that. Zoo gets another
He
3
gets
second time.
another one. Zoo gets another one. And Shifty Flight is 3.5 seconds behind Tarrant. So at the moment, he is going into P7. He'll probably go into P6 as well. So those guys that have been battling from start to finish will make their way out. Plugger's done a great job here. He pitted at the right
I think
time.
RK's tyres are off.
Well, he's lost...
He's lost a lot of time to
He's lost
Boltaru and to Dido.
he's lost Dido.
Yeah, he's lost Dido as well. So I reckon something's happened with RK and his tyres are starting to fall off as Legham has now left the session.
Not the best of nights for the Haas full debut there. No points for Legham, no points for Jazza, no points for Visa Cash App or Haas. Unfortunately, in Division 3, Angus gets a 3 second.
Angus gets a 3 second.
Whereabouts is Angus? Oh, he's further...
Angus is in P12.
He's a bit further down at the moment. We've still got battles going all over the place. Look at this battle going on between Shifty, Squash Josh, and Whiffmateep. It just has not stopped tonight, and they're still going at it. They still got no penalties. Pluggo's 3 seconds behind Boltaru. I don't think he's going to do it, unfortunately. So I think he's going to stay in that P4 position. He's actually going to drop down to P5 because Arcs has no pen unless he stays with him. But yeah, it's been a great race, and strategy just has not worked for some of these guys tonight.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's strategy has worked for some, and I think that's what we pointed out with Dido and RK. Dido making the controversial call to pit into the safety car to actually go to the back of the grid, but it's definitely worked out for him because he's gotten that free pit stop and he's been able to blast through the grid while everyone else is either a bit slower, as Josh is side by side with Shifty and will actually get the move done, and Whiff will go for it as well. Shifty losing 2 positions as Cooper the Bot will get another 3 second time penalty. And yeah, Josh moving up into P8, Whiff moving up to P9, and Shifty falling down to P10.
Yep, and at the moment...
oh, it's a double warning for Angus, apparently.
Ooh, ouch. Also, Arcs is staying with Plugger at the moment. So as it stands, no pens. He's had a great drive in that Aston tonight. Really, really good drive in that Aston. Unfortunately, Zoo a little bit further down with those pens. Really good to see his connection hold out tonight as well. But Arcs has done a great job. He will stay with Plugger. Plugger will drop down into P5. He's not going to win this race tonight. It's going to be Dido, and I think it's going to be Boltaru, and Arcs is going to be on the podium. We'll have to wait and see how this is going to finish.
He won't get on the podium. There's too much of a gap between Dido and...
Yeah, there is.
oh,
I've just
Dido.
seen it now,
There's
yeah.
too much of a gap, yeah.
Well, there we go. Final corner at the bus stop chicane. Williams driver of Dido takes the Belgium Grand Prix. Has a little bit of a mistake there on the final hurdle there. Takes away the win. Arcade Gaming. We thought that he was not going to get on the podium tonight. Is he going to get onto the podium? Yes, he is. Boltaru getting to P2. What a drive from Boltaru. Arcade Gaming takes P3. Arcs in P4. Plugger in P5. Terrence in P6. For me, I'm sorry to say, it's got to go to Arcs tonight. Got to go to Arcs in the Aston Martin. What a drive from him. Some great overtake.
Yeah, definitely. I was gonna
DOTD.
I was gonna try to argue Plugger, but no, with Arcs, that's P20 to P4. That's an amazing drive for him.
Yeah.
Boltaru a close second though, going up 13 positions himself into P2, but Arcs, all he needed was that podium to top it off.
Yeah,
I reckon.
definitely. Definitely. And we are gonna, if you want to get these guys into interviews, so it'll be the top 3 and driver of the day of Arts as well. So what a night of racing that was. Very clean race as well. Really good to see the last race of the week. Great job there, all to top 3 drivers, well, to everyone actually tonight, and all the reserves as well, as we do get ready to get you guys in for an interview. So, yeah, great job. Absolutely great job. And over to the classifications while Edge is getting on to that. Dido taking out the win there, P1 in the Williams. Boltsaru on his debut in the Kick Sauber, finishing P2. Massive points for Kick. Arcade Gaming struggling very early on, manages to hold on to that P3 there. Arcs is your driver of the day in P4, 20 to P4. Wasn't just because of that, was because of some of the moves tonight, made some fantastic overtakes, and no pens as well, and manages to get a hold of the championship leader of Plugger. Plugger into P5. Then Terrence, great job from him as a reserve driver. So really good points for Alpine. Then we've got Squash Josh, then Whip Teeth, Shifty Flight, Angus, Daniel T, Hennessy, Panic, Cooper Bot, Saints, Zoo, Sutsi, and unfortunately, Jokes will get a 1 point, and Legham, unfortunately, DNF does get the fastest lap, so no one will get the fastest lap of tonight's race due to Legham finishing in P19.
One thing I do want to point out that was very interesting, from what I have seen, Arx was 1 warning away as well from the last 3 laps. So when Plugger got his penalty,
Wow.
he was sitting on 1 warning for the last 3 laps. So he definitely would have been feeling the pressure from this. So definitely a deserved driver of the day, I reckon.
Definitely. I'm just going to fire in that link just so they can all jump in as well and have a chat to us.
Sure.
I'll just wait for those guys to jump in. But why we are waiting for those guys to jump in, let's have a little bit of an insight of the summary of tonight's race. What's your thoughts to Spa to close it out for the week?
Yeah, the early safety car actually gave us a bit of an interesting strategy call from a couple of drivers, including P1, P2, and P3, having to dive in early in regards to that one. It's a very interesting race because it was pretty clean. There were a couple of safety cars, obviously in the race, but they pretty much sort of settled the grid and made it a bit more interesting for us, I reckon. So I'm a bit excited that we got Bert Mylander out on the track.
Yeah,
So don't think we could have had a better race to finish the week off.
No, definitely not. Arcs, mate. Well, we're just waiting on Arcs and Bolts, who we've spoken to 3 times tonight.
Yep, this will be the 3rd.
This will be the 3rd.
Yeah.
We're just waiting
So
for
I'm
the
very excited to speak to Bolts again. I did say we would see him later, so I do want to point out you're welcome for that prediction.
Yeah.
I've just realised I've called a lot tonight.
You did. You did indeed. Did you get the prediction right or no? Or we didn't do one, did we? No.
We did the safety car prediction, but we didn't do another one for the race. We were too entwined in Plugger pushing up to try to catch up to the likes of Dido, RK, and Arcs as well. So I think we're just waiting on Bolts to join, and then we should be good to go with the interview.
All right. Well, we'll jump on board with. All right. They're all in.
Bolts is here.
Cool. All right. I will take it over to you for Arcs of our DOTD.
No worries. My ex-driver, Arcs, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, doing good. Good to speak to you again. Very proud of what I saw. That P20 to P4, was that ever crossing your mind, or were you kind of up in the clouds coming across the line in P4?
To be honest, I just wanted to finish the race. That's after the past couple races with disconnects, so I'm just happy to finish the race.
That's very good that you were able to finish the race, obviously with a couple of disconnects. So is it the return to form that we should expect to see from Arcs, or is this sort of, for the moment, a flash in the pan at the moment, and we'll see how the rest of the season goes?
I mean, look, last season I believe I came second in Imola and then had a bit of a stinker from there on out, so you never know. Hopefully I do good in the future, but yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, no, good result today. Obviously, driver of the day, P4, not on the podium, but I'm sure we'll see you on the podium later this season as well. I'll pass you over to SJ for any other questions you may have.
Yeah, Alex, mate, congratulations on Driver of the Day. Unfortunately, it isn't for points. It has been obviously removed, but we are still going to fire out the Driver of the Day, and whoever gets most Driver of the Days will get an award at the end of the season. So still plenty of opportunity too. But what a race, mate. Obviously, you had made some fantastic overtakes tonight. A nervous track for you. Did you feel comfortable? Or did he just say to Idge that you just wanted to finish the race? I think everyone wants to just finish the race, but yeah, what about what's your take on those overtakes and the track tonight?
Yeah, well, coming into the race, I believe I was about 2 seconds off the pace. This was not one of my favorite tracks. So me and my TP, we chucked in a couple of hours of practice just before the race. And then he pretty much gave me a setup. He gave me an idea of when to overtake and when not to. And yeah, pretty much just props to him.
Well, it didn't look like you didn't have the pace, mate. It definitely looked like you had the pace. Obviously, you stayed up there. You obviously had Plugger not far behind you. Obviously, did have that 3 seconds, and you did stay within the DRS, and it was just trying to stay with them, and the tyres did go off at the end there. So, no, I think it's been a fantastic drive. And I do want to talk to you about the Aston Martin team. I think they are probably the biggest surprise that we have seen this season. We know that McLaren are strong. We know that Mercedes have been strong. But the biggest surprise is your TP of Watanabe and your team. So give us a little bit of an insight into Aston Martin. What are you drinking or eating? Because Master Sucks in Division 4 is doing a fantastic job. We've seen Drifts in Division 5 doing a great job. You tonight, Watanabe's finishing some good player positions. If I'm missing anyone else, I do apologise. Tell us what's going on in Aston Martin. What's the morale like at the moment?
Honestly, the morale is pretty high. Everyone's I'd say they're beating the expectations of the season so far with finishing, and pretty much we're just having weekly training sessions. Like I know for Belgium in specific, we did it 7 days pretty much from since Bahrain. So we've just been on that grind really.
Yep. Okay. All right. Last one for you before you go. Preparation now. Got a long week before the next one, and it's a big one. It is 100%. How are you feeling around Portimao?
Not great. Personally, I don't like the track. It doesn't suit my driving style, but it doesn't mean I won't give it a crack and see how I go.
How do you not like the track? How do you not like the track? Josh is the same. Squash Josh is the same. Doesn't like the track.
Very easily, SJ.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Not a good
Love
track.
it, mate. It is. There's so many places to overtake, and just do not hit the curb in turn one. Otherwise, you get airborne. I tried it yesterday. Arcs, mate, phenomenal job, mate. Unfortunately, just missing out on the podium, but great job on the drive of the day and a great performance tonight, mate. Well deserved. And have a great break until we see you next Wednesday for Portimao, mate.
Thanks, lads. I'll see you next week.
See you, mate. All right. I will go over to the next one, and then Edge can go after me. We've got Red Bull of Arcade Gaming. Good evening, my friend. Congratulations on the P3.
Hello, guys. Thank you.
There's a couple of, right, no worries. A couple of things I want to talk about. You struggled very early on in the race. We saw you go from P5 with your teammate, not like P6, P5 together, dropping all the way down into P9, P10. How come the transformation between the beginning of the race to the end of the race? What was the difference?
From my perspective, well, the softs didn't work out for my setup, and I was sort of struggling with the grip, and yeah, lost the DRS and kept losing DRS, and then yeah, at one point I was like, Josh, you might as well just overtake me, man. I'm just holding you up. So yeah, for the softs, I was really struggling, but for when I changed during that safety car for mediums, it was pretty good. It felt pretty good in the mediums. So yeah, that's my perspective on that losing so many positions. But I didn't have any damage on the car as well, so yeah, maybe a bit of practice would have helped, or maybe a bit of tweak to the setup. But yeah, we'll take it.
Yeah, did check the car for damage, and also if anyone lives near Arcade Gaming, just knock on the door and see if it is the same person that drove in the second half of that race, because it just looked like a completely different person. Honestly, that just phenomenal drive, and obviously took those tires a big stint, and obviously had some quick guys behind. I think the one thing that we saw tonight that we haven't seen in all the races, that strategy didn't work for some of the guys at the back, like with Matif, Shifty Flight, and your teammate as well, didn't manage to really make up the ground that Plugger did. Did you hear that in the comms box with your driver, or were you just concentrating out the front?
Oh no, yeah, 100%. Maddie was the engineer tonight, and Josh and I were in VC as well. So when the SC came out, I was just entering the last chicane, and yeah, at that point, my engineer, he said, just go to the pits, change the tires. The medium's going to last. So yeah, I just took his advice and went to the pits, and that was the right call, because when I came out after all the guys in front pitted, it was basically provisional P1. So that was I think, a very lucky SC for me. Not sure for the other guys, but yeah, it worked out really well with that strategy.
Yeah, it did. It did. It worked very well out for you, Bolts, Dido, and obviously Plugger as well, who unfortunately did get that 3 at the end. But it just didn't work out for the rest of the guys at the bottom. We could see there was a battle right at the back, which was really difficult to see. They just could not make any ground, and the clock was ticking, and obviously the laps were just getting more and more, well, less and less to the end of the finish. And we were just thinking, are they actually going to be able to get into the top 5? And unfortunately, it
Yeah.
didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't in the end. So strategy, yeah, great strategy. Well done to your engineer, and honestly, okay, mate, fantastic performance, and big points for Red Bull. And I'll push you over to Edge.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, mate, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, doing good. You gave it a real fight from what I saw in the second half. Obviously, keeping Dito behind you, but just that 3 second just seemed to quite kind of ruin it a little bit. Do you want to walk us through sort of what your thoughts were after you got that 3 second and Dito was just behind you?
Yeah. After I got the 3 second, I really wanted Dido to overtake as well at one point, because because I knew he had more pace than me, and I wanted to just stay within the DRS. So after you did the overtake, I was just trying to stay within the DRS and sort of get that gap with Bolts, as he had his hards on, and he was catching up pretty quick. So I just wanted to stay in the DRS and sort of make that unfortunate 3 seconds pen.
Yeah, no, it definitely seemed like it was unfortunate for you. But is this going to be is this something to bounce back from, or is this sort of the form that we should expect? The RK of original.
I hope so. I mean, we've done, as a team as well, we've done a bit of practice as well. So I think if we keep up with the practice going on with the team, and obviously with the engineers helping out, I believe we can achieve more points in the future for the team and for myself as well. So I guess we'll keep on working on that and see how we go.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Cheers on the interview and congrats on P3.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Okay, right.
All right.
Back to you. I'll let you take it over with P2.
No worries. For the third time tonight, Bolts, mate. Are you there? Boltsaroo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for the third time tonight, mate. How you doing?
yeah. Can't get enough of you. That's why.
Oh, I appreciate it, mate. Me too. Wow, who would have expected that after what we saw in Q1?
Yeah, probably no one, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it, but yeah.
Hey, it's a good result. P2 obviously first race with Kick. With being your teammate, I want to know: were there any celebrations in the engineer's box as soon as you crossed the line for P2?
Not really. Like
Not really?
somewhat, yeah, but yeah, just happy to get points for the team.
That's
Finally
good.
get racing again.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, we've gotten the transfer done, so now it's just about keeping your head down and getting that sort of stuff more consistent now. But correct me if I'm wrong, SJ, but is that Kick's first podium of the season in Div 3?
I think so. I don't
check.
know.
No,
It's the first non. It's the first non-whiff podium.
I think they've had quite a few. Let me have a look. Just let me put you on that.
Yeah, double check me, please.
Oh no, we've got Pedum in Las Vegas.
Okay, so it's the second podium for Kick Sauber, so that's still something to brag about.
Nope. I'm gonna.
So I
Yeah.
don't think you have to worry about this week. I'll be honest.
Haven't got a podium yet in Div 3.
Haven't.
No.
I thought we got a podium in
looking
Las
now.
Vegas because I got a penalty.
Oh yeah.
We've stuck.
Vegas. Yeah.
We've stole it off me.
Yeah. Your
So what I'm
TP stole
hearing
off
is,
you. Your TP.
yeah, your new TP stole it off you. I think that might be a congratulatory basket with. I think you might need to
You can bring that
refund
back.
Bolt something there. But he's definitely pulled it back with the P2s, so he's definitely repaying you. I think you need to repay the favour.
Nah. Just happy for the team.
No worries, man. But yeah, no, that's all the questions for me. I think you've had enough of our voices tonight, so we'll let you get back to the team if SJ doesn't have any other questions that he wants to ask.
Always have questions, mate. You know me. What
Yeah.
Bolts, mate. Obviously, Q1. We'll go through it. It was crap, and the race was also completely different, mate. What a performance! Did you take the aggressive line, or did you just be patient?
Nah. I tried to be patient. I'm pretty sure I might have gave someone wing damage because someone else broke in front of me. But yeah, just apologies to them, I guess.
Could be a pen coming your way then.
Nah, most definitely not.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the onboard steward has woken up.
Oh, hopefully not.
Wake him up. Going into Portimao next week. It's the first 100% race of the season. And this is great momentum, obviously, for Kick Sauber, yourself, and obviously your TP as well. How you feeling for Portimao?
Not so great. I hate that track. I don't think I've actually raced on it once at all.
What is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Why do you not like Portimao?
Just
There's a general consensus here. SJ
I know.
agrees.
It's terrible.
I'm starting to see that. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see what happens next week, mate. But no, congratulations on the podium. Well deserved. Great drive. Unfortunately, if it wasn't for Ux making those overtakes, then I think it would have. I think it would have been a great. I think you would have been very, very close to DOTD as well. But no, take that momentum. Have a great week, and we'll see you very soon.
Yeah, cheers, lads.
Okie dokie. Edge, we'll go over to the last one. I'll take this one away and you can take the last couple of questions after. Dino, the TP of Williams, you are the winner of the Belgian Grand Prix. How does that feel, my friend?
Yeah, good, man. Good, really good. A lot of practice this week for this one. So, yeah, really, really paid off.
You looked like you had a lot of fun there. We're going to probably ask the same question that we spoke with RK earlier on. Daniel T got caught up in like that little bit of a battle in that P7, 8, 9, 10. Was it the same scenario with Squash Josh? Just could not get through the traffic. Maybe the wrong strategy, pitted at the wrong time. What was the thoughts there? Because you pitted, got away from it, and then just went off in the sunset. And I think in the end, obviously, RK's tyres just fell off and just couldn't catch you at the end. So, what was the go there between
Well,
you and your teammate?
yeah, so one of us decided to pit and one decided not to. We did miss the pit entry the first lap around when the safety car was, so everyone behind us got to pit. And then they caught back up to the safety car, and I was trying to leave some space to plug her ahead to see what he did. I was trying to react to him, and he decided not to pit, and I made the mistake of actually pitting. I actually didn't want to pit then, and I came in and I actually mistakenly put on the mediums again, so I was fuming. I dropped down to 15th, and 10 cars in front of me have pitted, so I basically thought I just threw away the win. and I was fuming. So after the restart, I was a bit angry, I guess you could say. So I kind of like cooked through the field. Was managed to get up to like P7 or something. Um, after about a lap or two, and then the guys in front started pitting, and I knew in my head that I had the pace to sort of get in front of the guys in front of me, which were like RK and stuff. But I was really worried of obviously Plugger and all those guys behind once their tires warmed up, starting to chop through the field and catch up. So I was a bit worried about that, and obviously once I got in front of RK, my tires were like at 50%, and I was just watching just to see what was happening behind, and I was, I was just lucky. All those guys got stuck like you said, and couldn't break through. Plugger managed to in the end, but it was just a little bit too late. So the strategy worked, but it was definitely not intentional, and it could have gone really bad if I didn't manage to get through the field. On that restart like I did. I don't know, it was something like 8 spots in a couple laps. I had to get through. If I didn't do that, I would have been down past behind Plugger and all that because they didn't get that advantage. And so it went my way. But the strategy could have killed us tonight for sure.
Well, to be honest with you, mate, it went completely. Yeah, it went completely well. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it did.
worked. It
It did.
worked to a T, and sometimes that's what it takes. And I think Edge was looking at it, looking in on the race as well, and thinking that Plugger had a massive opportunity to get onto the podium, and unfortunately, just fell a little bit too short. Just ran out of laps in the end, and getting through the traffic was the main problem tonight. That from what we saw, it's all right about getting close to the guys and stuff, but Belgium is an interesting track. There's places where you can overtake, but there's places where you just can't. And you've got to stay behind. And unfortunately, if the car in front or the car behind are battling, the car in front pulls away very, very quickly, and that was what everyone was doing. And I think we saw a little bit of working together, probably with you and RK, because Bolts was 2.8 seconds behind you, and then all of a sudden it turned into 3.5. So were you using each other the DRS, and then all of a sudden decided to gap?
Yeah, I mean, once I saw that Plugger and Whiff and all those boys weren't catching up when we had about 5, 6 laps left. My main intention obviously drifted to Bolts. I was worried. I was genuinely worried about my tires. They were really not feeling good in the end. And once obviously RK got the 3 second, it was a big relief because he was out of the picture in a sense that I didn't have to battle him as much on track. So I towed him along, and then was trying to just keep him there as sort of it does sounds bad to say, but kind of a block between me and Bolt. But he never ended up able to reel that gap in, which was lucky. But I think there was a lot of what ifs tonight. I definitely had the pace to compete for the win, but that strategy, that safety car was a very weird timed safety car, and I think if I didn't pit and I stayed out with the boys, I would have been obviously in the exact same position. But when I saw that all the guys in front of me all had pitted and I was down in 15th after being second, I was very upset. And you got to remember, like, there's a lot of practice, and you don't want to throw a win away like that. So you just had to just get your elbows out and got through. It was probably, I don't want to say the aggressive, but it was probably the most amount of overtaking I've ever done in a race. It was just insane. I had to do it to get back up there, and then it all just fell into our lap. But Daniel was incredibly unlucky, unfortunately, obviously with Q3 crashing and then some incidents in the race. So he did well, and brought home double points for the team. So we're doing well in the constructors at the moment for Div 3 for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen obviously a very dominant performance from Plugger very early on, and we've seen that this division is now starting to match Division 2 for competitiveness, and obviously there was a few drivers tonight like Terrence, a new driver that was on the grid. It was really good to see some new names as well. Cooper Bott, unfortunately, did get so many penalties tonight, so he obviously didn't have the best debut tonight. Going into Portimao, last question for you. How are you feeling for that? That's 100%. Are we going to start to see Williams and yourself make a bit of a what's the word I'm after? Make a bit of a charge on Plugger at the top of the standings.
Yeah, I think it's definitely today's going to help. Obviously, I'm second in the championship at the moment with obviously a 22 point gap. So him being P4, me P1, that's definitely going to help in that regard. So definitely on the eyes with that, mate. Definitely, Plugger is an extremely hard driver to beat, and we are going to need a lot of races like tonight. A bit of luck and a bit of things not going his way as much as they're going our way, just to sort of cane this gap in a little bit. As far as Daniel goes, I mean, his gain in the last few weeks has been massive. He's gone up 4 spots in the standings, so he's definitely coming up to help. So we're in the right position, mate. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and say, yeah, we're going to go and do this. There's a lot of work, obviously, a lot of things to try and get every division firing on all cylinders, but as far as Div 3 goes, it's definitely working, and it's as same as Div 2. They've been to be working, so yeah, good signs there.
No, it definitely is. Some very good signs. Obviously, yourself obviously winning tonight, and Daniel T having a few podiums. Very very lucky. I think in Vegas. But did a great job in Bahrain as well. So it's been a very very good start for Williams in Division 3, and look forward to seeing what you can do next week in Portimao. And I'll pass you over to Edge for any closing questions.
Thanks, mate.
No worries. I will kick it off with the first question. I think SJ's wanting to hear. What do you think of Portimao?
It does suit my the aggressive turn-in sort of style that I have. As far as the track goes, it is fun, but it wouldn't be my pick to have 100% on. But I don't hate the track, that's for sure. It's just probably not one I've done the most amount of practice on, and it feels weird saying that we're already on next week. It's been all focused on Belgium this week, so I'll have a few days reprieve from this one, and then we'll get in practice for the next one. But yeah, it's not the worst track, mate, but it's definitely not the best.
Fair enough. I think SJ's I don't know how he's feeling about that one, but yeah, that's fair. Now I am going to ask, with the way that Div 3's going, is it now a 3-horse race, in your opinion?
For
The championship.
constructor or driver, or
We'll go drivers.
I
For
think
yourself, Plugger, and
it's a 10-person race at this stage, mate. I mean, you could have anything happen. I just for experience, a few seasons ago, we saw a few guys go up crazy amount of positions in a long season. It'd be silly to get ahead of yourself now, but definitely as far as the focus is obviously going to win. We are trying to win, and but you can't really turn away from any team at the moment. Obviously, Haas are struggling. They've just signed Lakeham, and something so quickly of me doing well can flip to me coming last, and we having a complete different conversation. So I think every team's still in it. I think it's way too early in the season to go who's going to win it. But at the moment, I think across the board, everyone can agree that Mercedes is definitely the target. And trying to reel in their ridiculous gain in the first few races is definitely going to be a hard challenge. But yeah, mate, I don't know. I don't know who you could pick to win it. As far as I would like to say, me or Daniel. But hopefully it's
Very
just
good
us two
answer.
fighting for the championship, and everyone else can do what they want. I don't really mind.
Very good answer, dude. That's exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, well, congrats on P1, man. It was a good race. I definitely have you pegged as one of the race winners, even though you did pit. I thought it was a fair pit stop because you had that as extra times, but clearly it was a mistake. So sometimes mistakes can lead to very good results. So yeah,
Yeah, it was one of those things where you're like, do I go in? Do I go in? And it's just like, yes, I'll go in. And you had to commit to it. And at one point, it looked like the wrong decision, but ended up being the right one. So yeah, mate, it's I'll take it, and I'll take the points, and we'll move on to next week.
No worries. Well, enjoy the rest of your night, and yeah, I'll let you go celebrate with your team.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much to everyone that's tuned in tonight for Division 3. I hope you've had a fantastic night. It's been a very interesting night for us. Edge, summary of tonight, mate. What was your thoughts?
Obviously, Ditto and Arca had a very good race. Bolter came out of nowhere, same with Arcs, and Plugger, I'm not going to say he bottled it, but it wasn't the best result coming out of even lap 5, really. There could have been so much better.
The question is, isn't it?
That's been my summary.
The question is, are the wheels falling off for the Merc? It could be too early to say, but we'll have to wait and see. Things can change very, very quickly in racing. We've seen that happen. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But thank you very much to everyone that tuned in tonight. Also, big up to all of our followers that jumped in and followed us tonight. Way I like Hobbs. Thank you very much. Terrence Max and Bound 111112. I think I might have said that yesterday. And big up to our main sponsor, AI369. Feel free if you want to get involved, flick into the comments and click on the link and get amongst it. Also, big up to our other sponsors as well, Pagnian and SimLab, and also Speed Nation New Zealand only. So if you are a Kiwi, feel free to message me. And if you are keen on any other sim gear, or ask Edge, as he has bought a lot of stuff from Pagnian, and I can definitely guarantee he is very, very happy with his purchase.
Yeah, I've actually been setting it up while we've been streaming. So I've been putting the finishing touches on it. But yeah, no, it's very good. It's a very easy website as well. So
yeah, so there you go. Edge's great advertisement there. So Edge is getting amongst it, and get amongst that affiliate link. Press that code if you wanted some discount. Any sim gear you're after: pedals, wheels, cockpits, chairs, gloves, anything.
Thrustmaster, Moser, Fanatec.
Loads of different sponsors, loads and loads of different suppliers as well. So get amongst it as well. And that is it for Belgium, done and dusted, off the calendar. Some people will probably going to say hallelujah. Some people are going to go, this is a bit sad. Feel that they could have probably done a little bit better, but we'll have to wait and see. Round 5, that means, ladies and gentlemen, performance clause is open now, and it will be shut at the end of round 6 with Division 3. So TPs, get your thinking caps on. Who you dropping? Who you getting rid of? Or who you keeping? Or you're not making any changes? We'll have to wait and see. Big things are going to come very, very soon. But tomorrow night, we've got more action again. You will be joined in the comms box with myself and a brand new commentator. So look forward to seeing that. If you are a reserve driver and you want to have more action that you haven't had tonight and you want to get amongst it and you want to have another go at Belgium, then feel free to jump on tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. AEDT. Get yourself checked in. Check into any car in the Discord. Check in for the reserve program and get amongst it. It's a great program. We will be interviewing another TP this week, as we do interview a TP every week. And then on Thursday night, we've got our podcast. So we'll be recapping this week's action at Belgium. And we'll also be talking around the new liveries of 2025. There has been some very interesting liveries and some disappointments, I've got to say. I'm not going to point them out, but there has been a few disappointments. But it was a great show. I advise you to watch the F1 75 show. It was epic. Everything done in the O2 Arena was amazing. Every single car had a completely different entrance, which is really good to see. And obviously the first entrance of Sauber was fantastic. So feel free, get on YouTube, watch it. There's highlights of it. You don't have to watch the 2-hour stream like I did, but feel free to get amongst it and get involved. Then you will be joined again by my man on the left, Edge, on Saturday night for the Brazilian Grand Prix sprint weekend for Division 1. So big points up for grabs. You will not see me in the comms box now until probably at least, I'd probably say Tuesday next week. So enjoy the break and enjoy the new commentators coming in this week. Edge, once again, mate, thank you very much for jumping in as a standby for tonight's race.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Until then, guys, I'll leave you a little bit of a quote as I do before we go. I've just found out I can zoom in on the car. I never knew that. Wow. There you go. You learn something every day, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I didn't know you could. R2, you can zoom in on the car.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. On the controller.
Oh my god.
Yeah, learn something every day. Williams, take out pole position. Are Williams coming for Merck? Or is it too early to say? We'll find out in Portimao. Good night.